And we are live on YouTube. That's excellent. Ooh. We are here today on National Police Day. No, I didn't know it was a thing either, but we're here. Oh, we need music. We need music. That's a thing we need. There we go. We're on National Police Day to build the police Zaku, which was kindly gifted to us on Christmas, or I think right before Christmas, by Edda Hengst, friend of the channel, Horse Vatuber. And I'm gonna start stream by peeling off the tape. I didn't want to do stickers here, so I want to see if could I do the tape. Oof. There's a little bit of overflow, but ooh, the rest of that's pretty clean. I'm so happy about this. There's a little bit of overflow right here. I think I can I scrape that off? Yes, I can. Oh, that. Let's get a little brush to like get the dust away. Oh, I am so happy about this. Well, welcome, Gundam. But originally the first build of the year was going to be what you guys voted on, which it turns out to be the Gyaradoga, which won the first Gunpla poll of the year. So we're going from a Zaku to a Zaku-like. So I'm excited about that. Oh, oh god. To do this, what I did actually was I went with it's not perfect, but what I did was I used, can I get the paint? Where is it? The dog's being a bastard. 1 minute. Sorry about that. The dog barked, so I had to check why the dog was barking. Okay. But to do this, I thought it'd be best to have like a base coat on it, so I decided to go with Sky Gray Vallejo, then with a just normal white. I think it turned out pretty well. It's not perfect. It's a little wonky in its size. I didn't get it quite as aligned as well as I was hoping, but I think it's better than the alternative with the stickers. That's weird. On the other side, I have the same thing happened. Ooh, on the other leg, I have overflow in the same place on the same side. There we go. Yeah. But as I was saying before stream in chat, I was heating up some stroganoff, which I actually put the instructions how to make it. Oh, I forgot to put the instructions on. I forgot to put the recipe up, but the instructions I put on the Discord for the stroganoff I made last night. But I was reheating it, and I did not notice that the meat, that the roast that I got for the stroganoff was near the burner, and it caught fire, and I was like, oh no. So I grab it, and it just starts going all over, and I'm like, oh no. And I just throw it in the sink and just turn on the water, and all of the fire alarms go off. Oh god, I pulled a bit of a Fillion. Ooh. I mean, at least I didn't keep, like, I mean, it was a food, like, the paper was, you know, related to food. It's not like Fillion, who was like, oh, let me throw a bunch of, like, letters on top of my burner, then turn on the wrong burner. Ooh. Okay. Looks a little awkward. Ooh. But I think it looks good. I think it looks clean. Ooh. And then let's get here. I did realize I did make one mistake in that these parts are symmetrical, but they are not identical. So one cage is for the right side, one cage is for the left, and I have no idea which one is which. So we get to figure that out together. Your Wi-Fi just had a hiccup just now, so I didn't get most of the explanation. Oh, I just said that. I'll just repeat it for you. The fact that I was reheating the stroganoff, and the paper that the beef was wrapped in, the roast was wrapped in for the meat for the stroganoff, was too close to the burner, and it just caught on fire. Like, I just noticed, I just see a little, like, I'm just there, and I just see a little flame just come alive behind what I'm cooking, and I just pick up the paper, and it's like, oh no, and the fire just starts going up the paper super fast, and I'm like, oh no, and I throw it in the sink. Let's see here. Here are the bags. Yeah. Morning for you, evening for me. What? Let's see here. Got this. Is this not on shuffle? It is on shuffle. It just coincidentally went to the second song. Okay. Let's see here, and then which bag has the head in it? Which bag has the head in it? There it is. Welcome, welcome, Ricey. Welcome, welcome. This kit, I want to say, I really like already. I don't know how it's gonna come together. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Last time I was like, I like this kit. I'm enjoying this kit. Was that was the GM. So maybe I shouldn't be like, I have hopes for this kit. But I am liking this kit already because the prep I've been doing has been really rewarding. There's a lot of areas to prep on this kit, and I've really jumped into it, and I've had to tell myself not to like paint certain areas. Like the armpit, which I'll show you when we get to it, but the armpit part, I was like, don't paint it. It's not going to be visible, but I was like, but I could go that extra yard. No, don't. Water slide, I do know where to get the Alex water slides. I just need to buy them. And I need to also buy the F91. That's annoying. Ooh. I hope I can, I need to find a place that hopefully can sell me the hands and the water slides, because I don't want to pay for it separately on those, because it's gonna be like $10 shipping for each of those. So hopefully I can get those all in one place. But yeah, I have a lot of maintenance to do. But yeah, water slides. Mostly, I did use the sticker here, and the sticker is actually better quality, I will admit. Let me see if I can find it. It should be here. I did use one sticker, and I misaligned it, so it looks a little doo-doo. But this, and one thing I noticed is I thought it was misaligned, but as you can see, oh, it's not focusing, but like it's a little like it's asymmetrical, which I did not know. But as you can see, I misaligned it. It's a little too far to this side. Instead of doing all the kanji or whatever it's called, I don't know which one it is, I was just like, I'm just gonna paint it gray. I'm just gonna make it metal. It'll be the same it'll be visually the same stimulation, but just different. Oh, thank you for the raid. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Ooh, it's always appreciated. Let's see here. And let's get 5 thumbs up. Let's see here. Can I get... Oh! I'm so used to building Zaku's, you put the piping in top down, but this piping you put in bottom up. That's interesting. So it goes on like this. It has a little key mechanism, so it goes. Ooh. Okay, well this is. Oh, no, no, no. It goes on. Okay, so it goes over, then under. It hooks around. Oh, that is interesting. Okay, so... And then we put this piece on. This is a... This is my first GQ kit. And I'm very optimistic about it because I've heard good things about them. I realized something, though, actually, because we're building a Zaku. When they made a master grade for Gundam The Origin, it was... I didn't think about this until, like, just this week. But the Gundam The Origin master grade is the Gundam and not a Zaku. They could have made a new Zaku. They could have made a Zaku 2. A Zaku 3.0, I guess. And they're like, no. We're gonna make another Gundam. We're gonna make the Gundam which doesn't even appear in Gundam The Origin. Because fuck you if you want a new Zaku master grade. So I have already come across an issue, and that is the fact that this is just not... It's not coming off, but this is so insecure. Ooh. It has parental issues up the ass. This little mouth part... It's not coming off, but... I can pull it off really easy, so I'm really not happy about that. I'm scared about it. Oh yeah, Merrick, fun fact, Jedi Master Plo Koon. Pretty cool, dude. The Jedi that was shot down in Cadia Nemoidia, or in the Revenge of the Sith, is the one who helped with the Arc 170 design in the... Oh, I don't think I knew that at all. Ooh. That's kind of sad, though, because wasn't he shot down by an Arc 170? It's like poetry, it rhymes. These stickers are a bit sketchy and plasticky for GQ kits, from what you can see. It was kind of a pain to apply. The adhesive is actually kind of almost too strong, because normally what you can do is you can put it down, then like move it. I could not move it once it was down, so I'm not quite sure how it's gonna go for the rest of them, but we'll try to do the number stickers as well. Okay, let's get. I don't want to. I prefer to do painting for the eye, but it makes you also have to be a little more careful. Look at that. That looks good. I like. You just do a little drop of paint for the mono eye. And then we get the head. You know what? I should have looked up like when the first police force was made in the US, if it's National Police Day. Ooh. I could have given you police facts and I didn't. I was just like, it's police day. We're gonna build a Zaku. Why not? Oh, that had to be undergated. Son of a gun. Luckily, this stuff feels really easy to disassemble. It's gonna take a little jostling, but nothing like it's not locked in there. Actually, oh! Can I just kind of sneak this in here? Oh, no, I can't. Okay. That's just a little mistake. I do have a part separator right here. So it doesn't stick, they can squeeze the water out, kind of like water. Okay, wait. Ooh. I should just dipping the stickers in water? Oh! That actually isn't a half bad idea. I would like something that, like, melts stickers like water slides do, like, so I can melt the edges so it can be more secure, and so it blends better. But I'm sure that would also that would probably also melt the plastic, wouldn't it? Yeah, the X-Wing designed WhimzieCat. That's a Star Wars name. WhimzieCat design it, and the guy that designed the Victory and the V-Wing and his daughter would design the Imp Star Destroyers. Oh my god. I actually like how Star Wars has a really flushed out, like, it just has a flushed out, like, design, like, history of just, like, Corellia and Kuat drive yards, like, having rivalries and whatnot. Ooh. Oh, that Zaku sticker shield, it looks uglier than you... Oh, then you put it on the shield. Oh god, that's what I mean. It's not shaped to the shield, so it looks really bad if you put it on. So what I did is I just made it silver, and then I just cut off the top, and I was like, I'm just not gonna do this. I'll just leave this here. So I just cut off the top and put it on. And I was saying this is easy to get off, but I am being made to look like an ass. This shit is fucking impossible to remove. I wonder if it's actually gonna just be easier just to put this on, just to squeeze it in. Oh, there we go. Jesus. And then... It's always a good start when we're making the head and we make a mistake immediately. Ah, it's so frumpy. I need to buy a hat. I just realized that. Don't ask questions. Ooh, but the sticker... Squeeze the wall. There is a name is hard for me to write it down when only listens to the name is pronounced. Oh, it's a Star Wars name, man. I've seen fairly small Gunpla YouTuber. My brain just malfunctioned. Use their hair dryer to melt the stickers to curve to the surface, and it's still noticeable, but it's cleaner. Okay. I don't have a hair dryer though. I'm a dude. I'm a dude with short hair. I was surprised you could actually pronounce his name correctly. I fucking like Star Wars. I mean, Wheelix is obvious. I mean, that one's, but like the Plysex, whatever. Just that. That's some deep Star Wars naming. It's just they just threw letters at a board and we're like, yeah. They had those magnetic letters and they threw it at a refrigerator, and whatever stayed on the refrigerator, that's our name. That's the character. Okay, so now we have the chest to work on. There's a lot of little pieces here. Ooh, it's a lot more complex than I was anticipating. But when I said I wanted to paint the elbows, like the armpits, it was these parts. I wanted to paint these parts silver, these little divots in it. Hold on, let me see if I can adjust the light so you can see it better. There's like little divots, but it doesn't matter because they're just going to be covered up by this. Like, they're not going to be visible at all from the outside. Oh, finally, your high grade O got water slides and almost all over the body, almost. Water slides are just good for detailing, and the thing is that water slides are better than stickers, not only because you can blend them better, but also just the fact that while they're setting, you can like move them around a little so you can get their placement perfect. Stickers, you mess up, you're just boned. You can't peel it back off because then that messes with the adhesive and it damages like the plastic that it's all on. It's awful. It's awful. Water slides are just so much better, and I was very nervous about water slides when I first used them, but they're not even that difficult. You just throw the water slides in water, like this. This is paint water though, so don't use your paint water, but you throw it in water for like 10 seconds, you take it out, you let it rest for 5 to 10 seconds out of the water, and then you transfer it on. So it doesn't even take a long time. Then after you transfer it on, you wait, like you come back the next day, you put on a coat of, not Mark Setter, you put on a coat of Mark Softener, and then you wait like an hour, you come back, you put on a Mark Setter. You know, so like it sticks, the softener makes it blend, the setter makes it stick. He covers 2000 2010 kits and how to improve them easily via painting. Okay. Ooh. A lot, I've actually seen that. Not the guy you're talking about, but just in general, how painting can go a long way. Like, I saw a video, maybe it's something that you recommended, or maybe it's something I came upon by accident, but it was a video of somebody taking the Jagdoga and like just painting it. They just did like some very simplistic weathering painting, and it just looked 1,000 times better. Ooh. A little bit of painting goes a very long way. Okay, so this goes here, this goes here, then this goes here. Usually soak water slides for 2 days. That makes all the adhesive go away. How does it stay on? You have to like let it soak for just like, you can't, what? What are you talking about? If it soaks for 2 days, how does it even stay on? Ooh. You'd soak away all the adhesive. I let it soak. I let a water slide soak for half a minute, and all the adhesive came off. That's why the Pink Panther Zaku doesn't have a number on its left leg. Ooh, because that just came off because all the adhesive just wasn't there. Why are you not why are you not going on? Why is it not going through? The other one went through. The V-wing, which is really cool. I had a Lego V-wing. Ooh, it's a V-wing. It's just shaped like a V, so it's called a V-wing. Ooh, but its wings aren't shaped like a V. It's just its body is shaped like a V. But it does have wings at least, unlike the A-wing, which is, doesn't have any wings, but, it's called the A-wing because its body's shaped like a wing. But the Y-wing also doesn't have wings, but it's called a Y-wing, but it does look like the letter Y. Star Wars is a silly place. Ooh, center should go in between the plastic and the water slide and form the adhesive. Oh, okay. Ooh. So it strengthens the adhesive. Okay. Ooh. It was working the way I was using it, but if it works better, if I'm using it incorrectly and it's working, that's not an excuse to keep doing it that way. But that's how I should be using it. Okay, so I should prep. So what you're saying is I should put it on before, then put on. You put on the setter, then you put on the water slide. That makes more sense because what I'm doing is effectively having it set on the outer edge of the water slide. But what you're saying would allow it to actually adhere on the full underside of it, so which is just smarter. Ooh. I'm just doing it in the dumbest way imaginable. Got it. After the water slide came out from the sheet, I just put the parts in the water and it magically automatically sticks to the parts. That is a method. I think I know what you're talking about, where, well, unless you're bullshitting right now, what you're talking about is you submerge it in the water, then you submerge the piece in the water, and while it's there, you use the hydrostatic forces to make it so it gets onto the piece before pulling it out. Ooh, you're joking. Okay, well, I thought you were talking about actually hydrostatic forces and using that. Not the fact that you just put it in and it magically sticks to it. I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. Usually don't need mark setter for third-party stuff. It's more Bandai's poopies. Yeah. Again, I soaked Bandai's for like half a minute and that was too long. So Bandai doesn't have the best adhesive. Oh, when it lands to become a shape of a V. Like the wings like fold up, like they do this. The wings are normally like this and they do this, but I mean I guess that's a V. I guess that's a V. Ooh, they're like V's that are like perpendicular. Like it does have wings that open up. Wings. Ooh, I think it's more in the body. It has a really long, narrow body that's literally like this. And the A-wing is just the same thing, but fatter. Wasn't the V-wing a TIE fighter? It's just called a TIE interceptor. No, 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 no. The TIE Interceptor and TIE and V-Wing are very different. I'll get to that in a minute. Static is a bitch applying stickers in water slide. But no. The V-Wing was a predecessor to the TIE Fighter. It was a stripped down. It was an interceptor. The V-Wing was an interceptor, but it was an interceptor that was pretty much like a stripped down fighter, which then they stripped it down even more to effectively make the TIE fighters. But then the TIE fighters were really bad and really slow and had very poor firepower, and against an X-Wing, they weren't very good. So the Empire just went, screw it, put a Ferrari in that bitch, and give it 4 guns. So they did, and that's a TIE Interceptor. The TIE Interceptor is the one that, like, I mean, you can just look up TIE Interceptor, but the TIE Interceptor is the, like, one that has, like, the pointed TIE panel wings, and it's faster than an A-Wing. And if you don't know what that means, the A-Wing is the fastest Rebellion fighter, and all the A-Wing is just 2 big engines on attached to a cockpit, effectively. And the TIE Interceptor is just like, no, we'll be even faster and have more firepower and have no shields. We're gonna have the best pilots in all of the Empire piloting these things, and they're gonna be a menace for everyone. We will have no missiles and no proton torpedoes, but our laser fire will be so overwhelming, we can just eat through your shields in an instant. We can just tear your ship apart by unloading onto you. TIE Interceptors are crazy. Problem is, they're also incredibly dangerous because they're so fast you can lose control of them very easily. And in a lot of Star Wars video games, this is reflected very lore accurately, and they are very hard to pilot. I think the wingtip being rotated to the floor, I think. Wait. Wait, God, I haven't seen a V-Wing in so long. But you're right, the V-Wing can rotate its wings as well. I think it does do that when it lands, weirdly. I say weirdly because it's not necessary to do that when it lands. The V-Wings, it appears on screen for like a few seconds. Ooh. It's a weird one. Was gonna make a joke about a hen to TIE anime and TIE Fighter. Basically, I want to combine the name, but I am afraid Merrick not gonna catch the joke. Probably not. Probably not. My brain is pretty slow tonight, as you can tell by my reading. Let's make sure. Okay, so no, we put this together, and then we will put the rest of it in there. Can we please get this? Thank you. Yeah, the V-Wing is much AF. The wing is. Why did you do that again? You made the same typo twice. The wing is much faster because of their shields decrease drag. It was very funny. Oh god, let me see here. God. One thing I forgot about, because you guys might have seen the short this week where it is just me talking about, Amuro getting smacked. What I forgot about that... Uh-oh. A piece went inside of this, so I need to take this apart again. But what I forgot about that is after Bright smacks Amuro, because I had to find the clip to, include it in the short. I forgot that after Bright smacks Amuro, I knew Amuro goes like, not even my dad would hit me, like, so Amuro was like, ew, why don't you get in the Gundam yourself? And Bright smacks him. And then Amuro goes like, not even my dad would hit me. And Bright, he does not say this, but he effectively says this. He says, well, maybe if your dad did hit you, you wouldn't be such a bitch. And it's just like, this is why everyone loves you, Bright. This is why everyone loves Bright Noah. What he actually says is like, maybe if you got hit more, you wouldn't, like, you'd understand how the world works. Ooh, this piece is not coming apart. There we go. Ooh. It was a misclick? It was a misclick that happened twice. What a coincidence. Typo in the name of the game in chat. Wait, what? Typos is the name of the game in this chat. I went over to Stream Talk to be like, what the fuck? What? Oh god, this part's not coming apart, which is like a good thing, but it's a bad thing because I messed it up. Oof. Problem is, I'm listening to the Hat Man as well. Normally, I don't listen to streams in the background, but the Hat Man does not archive his streams. If you don't know who the Hat Man is, his name is Jim. If you don't know who Jim is, you don't know who Jim is. Don't worry about it. I'll listen to the Hat Man Jim. Ooh. Because he never streams. Ooh. He's a very funny man. Ah, there we go. Wait. Okay, I was like, do I not have the pieces? I do have the pieces, so I need this piece. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, this piece and this piece is the one I need. The rifle rack is I don't know what you're referring to with the Super Saiyan. Oh yeah, there is like the full activated GQ. But you're saying the rifle rack is exclusive to that. I don't know what that's referring to though. Ooh. Which piece goes where? This goes on like this. Oh, that's neat. Or maybe it's not. No, it's not neat. Okay, I was being dumb. There we go. Ah, God, I wish I knew how this piece was going in, because if I did, I would have painted it. I would have painted that piece metal. That would look so much better in there if it was steel. Jim, it's the same. Yes, English is a funny language. 'Tis a silly place. And then ooh. Oh, you should have said hell yeah, because your dad was never in your life half the time. No, fucking no. People would love Noah even more if he said that. You should have said, yeah, that's because your dad was in your life half the time, and he was right to. I can see why he wasn't there if he had a bitch like you for a son. Oh, God. I like how in Zeta Gundam, when they want us to hate the Titans, they're like, how do we show the Titans are bad guys? Have them hit Bright Noah. Everyone loves Bright Noah. If they hit Bright Noah, everyone would be like, oh, these are the bad guys. How dare they hit our man Bright? And they were right. Moment they hit Bright Noah, I was like, yeah, these are bad guys. Ooh. Not when they were, you know, being bullies to Camille, because Camille's a bit of a bitch. The final battle version of GQ got the new piece and oh, that lets the rifle be, oh, so it's weapon storage. That seems like they just forgot about it in the first design, and they're like, oh shit, we should probably put this in. Which is, it's stupid that they forgot it. And once you have the design, you can't reprint it. so to speak. Yeah, that is annoying, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I have this on correctly. So, what is going on here? Hold up. Stickers. Where did I put the stickers? This is going slow. This is going very slowly. Stickers. I don't know. I'm having just a little bit of trouble getting, like, what's happening is, okay, I'll show you. You see that? That's what's happening. The parts are separating when I'm pushing them into place. So I don't know how to make it so that doesn't happen. I don't understand. What is... I don't... It's not seating properly. Okay, so that side went on. So now I need to get this side on. This is... There we go. Jesus. I had to, like, push... You have to push it in awkwardly. But now, look at that. Now there's a big crack in the back that doesn't want to close up. And God. And that's what this is for. This is a kit that wants to tear itself apart. And that is not making me optimistic for it. But hopefully putting this in will tie it together. And not just be another stress point. But yeah, it's literally trying to, like, either do this or do this. Zeta Gundam was the wokest Gundam retrospectively. Blue-haired autistic kid got misgendered, and then he joins the freedom fighter group to against the tyrannical government. Kinda. I love in the I love, because I watched the dub the first time, but when I watched the sub and he just goes, "I'm an autistic kid," I was like, I don't remember that happening. It's like that, because in the sub he says he's autistic, but in the dub he just goes like, "I'm a troubled child," is what he says. So watching the sub for the first time, I was like, I missed out on so much. Never watch dubs. The localizers robbed us. I'm an autistic kid. People are like, Tomino didn't really know what autism was. And I was like, I don't know. I'm looking at Camille. He's pretty autistic. I think he knew what autism was. They didn't really know what autism was in the 80s. He was just using a term. Nah, Tomino, if he's just winging it, Tomino kind of nailed it. Not gonna lie. What did I do with the stickers? Am I losing my mind? Oh, it was under the bags. They were right here all along. So, where... Oh, that's so tiny! Okay, it's this one, but these ones are even smaller. Now, what I hate is, and I think I can show you, I hate it when the bag... God. When you lift these up, and you can see, hopefully, how the paper is coming off with the sticker. Ugh. I don't like how all the stickers are flat and like they're not cut to shape and they're all on rounded surfaces. It seems like a bad idea because it is. And it's weird though because Bandai does know how to make stickers that are shaped to surfaces. I mean, the sleeve stickers are a good example. The sleeve stickers are shaped to rounded surfaces, but they're just like, nah. I mean, you could say like these are shaped to rounded surfaces, but like nothing else is. The stripes are, but the stripes themselves are curved on the kit. Yo, welcome, man. We're building the police Zaku, gifted to us by Etta Hengst. Let's see here. And so the one, then this one, then this one. The smaller ones go. Then this. Ooh. I'm really happy I decided to do the steel paint. I'm thinking it's looking really good and it's contrasting beautifully. It's standing out really nice. Just look at those pipings. And then where? Oh, there it is. It rolled away. Oh. I'm gonna have to take this off screen so I can look at it properly while I'm trying to... Ooh. God damn. This is not the... Oh, God. The alignment issues with this kit are gonna kill me. Because now I have to push this piece in while having all of these pipes aligned properly. And... God, I don't think it's deep enough. I don't know if I've pushed it in properly. It doesn't look like it's deep enough. This kit's driving me insane. Already. Okay. If I pull these forward... I don't know, I hope that's correct. I hope it's in deep enough. And then... You are very late. Don't worry, we started stream a little late. Because I accidentally pulled a Philly in and nearly burned my living arrangements down. I left paper from a deli a little too close to a burner. And it caught fire and... Holy crap! I did not know wax paper was so flammable. I put that on upside down. Holy crap, that shit was... I got it off the burner so quickly. And then it just started going up the paper. I'm still amazed by that. I was like, oh, it's on fire. I was like, oh god, I'll just take it off and like pat down the part that's on fire. Take it off and half of it's already like fully consumed by the fire. And I'm like, oh no. Oh, you can see it from under, you can see the armpits. I should have painted them. Regret, pain, Pecco. Let's get this. Oh god. I know at least one of you's a fucking Muslim and you're gonna love this. I saw a video online of a white woman and she was literally just going on about like she was in a hijab, but it was like is not a traditional hijab. It was very much a fashion statement, which is like the exact opposite of what a hijab is supposed to be. Because a hijab is supposed to be like, you know, you're supposed to like humble yourself is the idea of it. But she was making it into a very flamboyant statement with it. But it was the whitest woman you could imagine. And she just was telling, and it was just like a video on TikTok of her saying how like every other Muslim is wrong and I know how actual like Islam is supposed to be practiced. And it's like, and my immediate thought is just like, now everyone else in the world gets to know what we've been dealing with for the last, like, half century. You're welcome. This woman who converted to Islam probably last week as a fashion statement is going, you people who have been born and raised and lived your entire life worshipping Muhammad. And I don't even think she says blessed be his name afterwards, so I'm not even inaccurate in not saying that afterwards. She's like, you're wrong, effectively. I honestly don't... I think she didn't say... That's how you know she's not a real Muslim. Muslims always say blessed be his name after Muhammad, no matter what happens, no matter the context. But yeah, as a white woman just being like, you're doing it wrong. And it's just... It was... it was painful to watch, but at the same time, I'm just like, I've been seeing this shit my entire life. Now you get it. I cast white woman upon you. Ooh. Zaku police from series GQuuuuuuX. Yeah. Ooh. Those ball thighs seem kind of thick. They are thick. It's a Brazilian butt lift for a Gundam. Ooh. You might have missed this. Ooh. What did I miss? Did the chat get... Wait. It looks like you were censored, so let me put that up on the big screen so I can read that, actually. Because it says you might have missed this, but then it didn't come up with the second thing you said. Let me... I almost removed the source that we're using right now. That would be a horrible idea. Full screen. Video just randomly popped into your head. A guy was called having more mongoloid race face, and he went on a crazy tangent. I can be way more racist than you. That's a hell of a way to be like, you know, you look mongoloid, and you just go, I can be more racist than you. It's like, okay then. That is kind of fucking weird. Let's put... The head feels really tiny. Wait, how do you get into this? Now, I've never thought about that, but how do you get into a Zaku in GQ? How do you... Where's the entrance? I'm not being... What? How do you get in it? Like, do you just get in it? Like, because normally you get in it, like, in the chest, and I guess these maybe open up or something, like these little panels here. But how could they open up? There's no room for them to go anywhere. How do you get in this thing? I like the design, but I've never thought about that. The piping is right in the middle of the chest. How do you get in it? You get in it from the back? Well, no, that's the engine. That's the reactor. How do you get in this thing? Ooh. YouTube. Well, what just got censored wasn't like 15 minutes ago, though. Was it? Oh, you reposted it. But yeah, no. It probably got censored considering what you just said got censored as well. It's a full video. You should send it on stream chat. You can do that. I wonder what... Actually, let me reread that. It's because you said racist. I'm gonna guess it's because you said I can be way more racist than you, and I don't have any moderation on. I want to tell you this right now. YouTube is like, do you want to have moderation? And you can turn it completely off. They will still moderate your chat, even if you have moderation completely off. So that's what's happening. Ooh. There is no way for me to turn that off on OBS and for stream, but for some reason it does come through. I don't know why, but it does come through on stream elements, which is what's on stream. So on stream you can see your chats there, but I can't see your chat sometimes, so it gets a little confusing. Normally on, I think, like Streamlabs. Well, maybe I am. Am I using Stream Elements or Streamlabs? I'm using Stream Elements because that's the bot that comes up. But normally, I think in Streamlabs, if it's censored on YouTube, it's censored here. So it wouldn't come up, but because it's not, you think your chat's gone through when it hasn't. It's very stupid. Ooh. Maybe they got somewhere like the GQuuuuuuX Gundam have the main cockpit located in the backpack. Oh, well then maybe maybe when I said maybe this is how they get in, maybe this is the entrance. Maybe this is the hatch to the cockpit then. You know what? It would actually make sense because this might be a reactor, but it could be the cockpit because the thrusters, instead of being on a backpack, are on the hips. That's why it has that Brazilian butt lift. And then we take this. Then we plug in this. Then we plug in this. No. Plug in this. Do I really have to decide if I want to take the daytime or nighttime? Mucinex? Oh, Mucinex, the medicine. I was like, I thought that was a location you forgot to capitalize. I was like, is that a place in like... I don't know why I was thinking that was a location of all things. Ooh. Why not both? Ooh. Well, because you might, because that... Is that a nasal spray? Because don't do nasal sprays. Ooh. Nasal sprays, you can actually get physically addicted to them, so if that's a nasal spray, don't. But Mucinex... What is Mucinex a supplement or... Come on. Ooh. But just make sure you're not taking too much medication. It might be like, oh, it's a simple medication. It doesn't mess with your brain or nothing. But a lot of certain medications you just can't have because it will, like nasal spray, if you take it too much, it'll actually make it so that your body goes, oh, I shouldn't produce these like hormones or enzymes myself. And so you'll not produce them anymore. So then you'll become reliant on the drug effectively. So the reason you should pace out your uses of a medication is because your body will become stupid and be like, I can go on easy mode, it's fine. So just be careful on how much you're taking, and you are pacing yourself. No, this is correct. Okay. Oh, I did miss that. Okay. It is what it is. Crazy how YouTube be censoring edgy jokes, but let a flood of actually offensive and disturbing go through. The fucking chats, I've talked about this all the time. The chats that go through and the chats that don't. It'll censor the most innocuous chats, and I have to be like, you used one word, and it's like that word is evil. Shut up, bot. It's like you used one word, and that word is evil, so like that can't be used. And then it'll just allow the most offensive, like not edgy, but straight up offensive jokes. Actually, it was an edgy joke. But the only joke I've ever fucking looked at on stream and went, holy shit. That went through the YouTube censor. Like, the only joke I've ever just been like, they maybe went a little too far with that one, was one that YouTube was like, no, that's a fine joke. That's a good joke. You know what? It didn't go too far. YouTube didn't censor them. Fucking tell a joke that singes my eyebrows through the screen. YouTube, now that one's fine. Say an innocuous comment. Hold up, we need to censor this guy. He's been a little too much. It's NyQuil with expectorant, specifically to loosen up the gunk. That's the thing, though. Ooh. Your body can your body's stupid. So just make sure you're using it as much as recommended. Check stream chat. I will. Let's see here. Food talk, I need to actually put in the recipe. Oh, it is in the chest. It is in the chest. Okay. You know, I saw that episode. I should have known it's in the chest. But it looks like, if I can show this, what it does is there is not enough room for this to happen, but it looks like the chest extends outward. Maybe the pipes also move forward, but this is where it comes in. It's just like the classic Zaku. It's in the pectoral. And it looks like it extends forward to do that. Okay, so we found out, yes, it is here is the cockpit. Or at least the cockpit hatch. Okay, thank you very much for that. And I can be way more racist than you. If it's a I mean, if it's somebody from Mongolia, I'd believe him. If it's anyone from Asia, I'd believe him. Ooh. God. Asia's still like Europe 100 years ago. 100 years ago in Europe, it'd be like that guy who lives I mean, Europe is still kind of like this, but like Europe is like, you know, that guy who lives in the next town over. I hate him and his entire family for the last 500 years. I want that guy to die the most painful way imaginable. It's like, what the hell did he do to you? Nothing. But his ancestors, oh, they deserve to suffer. What did his ancestors do? I have no idea. But fuck those guys. Europe was like that 100 years ago. Asia, some parts of Asia, still like that. I kind of respect it, though. I remember back when Romeo and Juliet was just the norm. Nowadays, you're just like, why do these families hate each other? It's just what you do. You don't have a family that, you know, you just have a rivalry with, and you're just like, I would kill every one of your family members, even the children, even the children. You don't have that? Ah, that's weird. Okay. Oh, Rud Gundam in a GQuuuuuuX backpack in the core fighter. So maybe cockpit somewhere. The cockpit's like the G fighter, isn't it? Where the G fighter flies in and plugs into the plugs into the mobile suit. Ooh. G fighter once again, underappreciated classic. But this is a standard front, yeah. What did he do to you? He did everything. He was born in the wrong family, so it's just, why wouldn't I hate him? Ooh. He was born in a family that, you know, lives a mile away from me. Let's get this. I do like the memes, though, where it's, Europeans are like, oh, Americans are so backwards and racist, and this does like ask any European their opinion on gypsies. And they just go from like, oh, you need to be more open-minded to to burn them all. Ooh. Europeans, it's so terrible that 6 million died. What about the other, like, 5 million? We don't, like, no, that one we don't think was so bad. It's like, what? Wait, what? What about all the gypsies and cripples? You guys are like, oh, the 6 million was terrible, but there's another 5 million, and they're like, but those were mostly gypsies, so it's fine. Ooh. They're more civilized, chat. You just wouldn't understand. The Europeans are more cultured than us barbarians in America and Asia. I like the system. Oh, that system more seems like it's a... Oh, it seems like it'd get less stuck than the original core fighter. Yeah. Ooh. The original core fighter is so awkward because it's like the entire middle section of the mech is a fighter, while in G fighter, it's just something that just plugs into the back. It looks cool. It becomes like a little hover car when it's outside. It has practicality outside the mobile suit. I mean, it's a fighter jet outside the mobile suit originally, but you know what I mean. Like, it looks nice. It's not this weird block that's just... It's not the abdomen of the Gundam turns into this weird fat jet. Instead, it's the backpack of the Gundam plugs into the back of it. It's a lot more clean. It's a lot cleaner in design language. Also, it allows the mecha not to be as restricted in its movements. Come on. This doesn't feel right. Oh God, Jesus! I don't know if you heard that, but that popped. Jesus Christ, that got like that was locked in there. Holy crap! There we go. Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Lordy, lordy! This stuff. Oh my God! Oh my God! This kit. You know, I will say, though, I have to really push things together. I'm not feeling like I'm, like, terrified I'm gonna break anything while I'm doing it. So I will say that's very nice. I might have to be a little forceful, but it also, the plastic feels like it's good enough where I can be that little extra forceful with it. It's not like the Alex had the opposite problem with it. Alex is like, you have to be a little forceful with it, but you're like, no, this is a really nice master grade. I don't want to damage it. And then, how does this piece go on? It goes on like this. Like this. And then this piece goes on like this. Ugh, there we go. You sound like a Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog. From a minute there, my ears playing tricks on me. I don't know, you have like all sorts of infections going on, dude. You sound like you're having sinus problems, so you might get some weird resonance, to be honest. You might be having some weird resonance, I don't know. You got the plague, dude. You might be dying, I'm gonna be honest with you. You might not make it through stream. Everyone pray for Opus. And if you're an atheist, I don't know, pray to Isaac Newton, even though he was a devout Christian. I do find it funny when people are like, ah, yes, Isaac Newton is like, you know, who we should celebrate instead. It's like, and it's like we should like abandon religion and like celebrate people like Isaac Newton. It's like, Isaac Newton, what's your thoughts on this? I only discover the majesty of God's creation and am humbled by what I find. Kinda based, actually. Ooh. So I just find that funny because you always have like every Christmas you have people like Neil deGrasse Tyson going like, you know, like somebody very important was born this day, you know, the 25th of December, and he just goes like, it was Isaac Newton, and it's just like, no, nobody cares, Tyson. You're literally a midwit who owns an observatory, so your name gets put onto a bunch of scientific papers you had nothing to do with. What happened is that because he has an observatory, they use his observatory, so he gets put onto the scientific paper. But he doesn't do any of the research or anything. It's just because he owns the observatory, he just gets included. He used to do science. He used to be involved in, like, you know, discovering things. But now he kind of coasts. And he talks really stupid things about movies because he doesn't understand film. He's like, this movie's not realistic. It doesn't like it doesn't recreate physics perfectly. And it's like, I don't care. What's the story telling me? What's happening in narratively speaking? Can you tell me anything about that, Neil? And he's like, no, I don't care then. You're insufferable, Neil. Yeah, Fad's prototype of the full armor double Zeta doesn't even have a core fighter. And it's a core block, I think, can be ejected and do nothing else. That sounds about right. I mean, I like how mobile suits were just like, you know, like having an ejection system's pretty cool. So like they started making that standard where you have escape pods in mobile suits, but they were like, yeah, but the whole core fighter thing, that's a little too toyetic. That's action figure, that's this pure action figure logic. And I'm having trouble with this part. Buy a hat for your hat. What wisdom? Ooh, I need to buy a hat. You could be on your deathbed. Pray for him. A majority of the finest scientists throughout history came to the conclusion that they had to be something more than science. Ooh. Well, that's actually what I kind of find funny, is the fact that a lot of the people, whether you believe in God or not, a lot of the scientists throughout history were driven, like, to understand the universe through their belief. You know, they wanted to understand from what their perspective was God's creation. And it's like, I think that's kind of cool. Ooh, actually, I think that's pretty cool. And, ooh, I just find it kind of funny how then you have people like Neil deGrasse Tyson who don't do shit. And he's just a little edgelord. Let's see here. Hands? Where are the hands? Ooh. Kind of more of a lax stream today, but we've had a long week. I think it's okay if this stream's a little more lax, a little low maintenance. Hello, Etta! Ooh, Etta's the one who gifted this to us. Welcome, welcome, stopping by and watching War in the Pocket at the moment. Oh, God, War in the Pocket's so good! No spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers. But War in the Pocket's so good. It's my favorite OVA. All the OVAs are good. And I was actually thinking earlier today, we have a really good Gundam topic because of that. I was thinking earlier today how you need a Gundam series to be, like, a problem with a lot of AUs recently, like Witch from Mercury and GQ, is that they're too short. And you need a Gundam series to be big to explore its universe and to, like, explore its themes. And a lot of times they're too short and they don't get a chance to do that. And that might seem a little hypocritical because my favorite Gundam are the OVAs from the 80s and 90s. And those are only like 6 episodes long each. But those are in a pre-established universe, the Universal Century, and they are focusing on one specific element of that universe, thematically and tonally. And that's why those can get away with it. It's because they already have the universe that was made by the original series. But War in the Pocket's one of my favorite. I remember Galileo got put on trial, then house arrest. Not because he said the Earth revolves around the sun, but because he had shit talk to the church. Yeah. Ooh. He was a bit of an edgy boy, so the church was like, fuck you. It's cute. Oh, it's a very cute mech. It's a very round boy, as we are seeing. Very confusing kit. There's a little bit of difficulty in some parts because you have this kit as well. So one thing I'd tell you is when you're building the chest, it's going to want to either like these are the two. The chest comes together like this, and when you're building it, it's either going to want to do this or this, depending on what you're dealing with. So when you're attaching these front parts, it's going to start doing this in the back. Just accept it because you can then pinch it in the back. And when you put the backpack on, it'll like lock in. Okay, so it will like separate when you're building it, which is really weird, but it will all come together and be solid. There's a lot of notes I can actually already give you for when you build it. Not religious, but please, if you're like me, don't shit on religious people. It gives oh yeah, no, I always hated like people who even when I was agnostic in the past, I always hated people who just go after people. It breeds division, but also just like makes you look like an a-hole when you just go after people for, you know, like you don't believe in that thing, okay, but they never give a reason why they have to attack people who do believe in the thing. Ooh. And a lot of times they're just like, well, they're ignorant, and it's like, on what? And it's just a whole thing. But yeah, I just don't like people driving divisions like that. Ooh. Hello, Etta. But actually, I'm gonna focus on War in the Pocket after I read this. Might be controversial, but Witch from Mercury and maybe even GQ should be short. Maybe not as short as they are right now, but not a full 50 episode series. I don't know really. I've always heard the problem is in the second season of Witch from Mercury, it gets a little rushed, so that should have been longer. But the first season, which was only 12 episodes, that everyone says the pacing is fine. It's the second season, which is also 12 episodes, that maybe should have been maybe 24 episodes. Maybe that would have been too long, but it should have been more. So maybe not like a full 50 run, but what's like, let's just take 15 off of 50. So that would be 45, 35. So like maybe 35 episodes, maybe more like 30 to 40 episodes instead would have been better for that. Edition is the biggest Edition is the biggest fraud in the history. What? Oh, Edison is the biggest fraud in history. Edison. Oh, Edison. That has to be Edison, right? Thomas Edison? Because I can't think of anyone else you'd be saying. I can't. Is it Edison? Edition sounds like Edison, so I'm just wondering. He took a lot of his ideas from other people. He's more of a corporate cutthroat than an actual inventor. But for War in the Pocket, let me get to that. I get on tangents really easily. Ooh, yeah, okay. We can talk about that later if you remind me. But for the OVAs of Gundam, and I've talked about this on stream before, but I'll talk about it again. War in the Pocket is my favorite of the OVAs, but each one focuses on something different. You have kind of the Top Gun ace pilots rivalry and, you know, massive war crimes. If you want that, if that's what you want in Gundam, you know, the massive war crimes, you know, the Zeon just being crazy, you know, rivalry between the pilots and whatnot, you go to Stardust Memories. Okay? You will be so satisfied with that. If you want the real robot ground warfare, everything is weighted, everything is heavy. Also, for some reason, there's just like romance and melodrama that's not the best executed, but you know what? You're okay with it because you just want to drink that up. You go with MS-8 team. You want to have your heart ripped out and then thrown on the ground and just be looked at and be like, this is Gundam, bitch? You go to War in the Pocket, and that's why War in the Pocket is my favorite one. All of them, because it's Gundam, all of them are hard to watch because like the weight of what's happening in them. But War in the Pocket is the one where it's just like, war is hell. There is no good guys, there are no bad guys, there are no heroes in war, there's just victims. And it's so fucking good. And it opens up with the submarine attack in the first episode, where they attack the Antarctic base that's launching the Alex Gundam. It's so clean. It's so clean. Let me see here. Okay. There are standalone having 3 seasons or 35 episodes would be enough, at least for Witch from Mercury. So I was pretty accurate on that one. GQ is arguable. They can be very well paced with a 24 episodes. It really does sound like both are maybe, well, Witch from Mercury could have been 50% longer, and I think the same could be said 50% to 100% longer for GQ. Ooh. It says that they could have been a little longer. It's not the fact that they, like, everything needs to be an epic, though I think Gundam works best when it is an epic, when it's an epic war story. I think it works best when it is like that. I say that while War in the Pocket is my favorite Gundam. But at the same time, I don't think it has to always be super long. I mean, I feel like everyone can agree that, like, Iron-Blooded Orphans itself might be a little too long. That Iron-Blooded Orphans had a really good first season, 24 episodes. But then the second season, it feels both like it drags and is rushed at the same time, because it kind of is. Ooh. The second season of... Ooh. Iron-Blooded Orphans, it really does feel at times that it's like, yeah, we need to fill out the episode run. Ooh. So they need to... Oh, God. Iron-Blooded Orphans might have been better. Not with, like, 35 episodes, but I feel like maybe you could have gone with, like, 40 or 45 episodes instead of the full 50 run. Or 48, I don't remember how long exactly it went. That's a good example of, like, a season that maybe you could have shaved some off. There we go. Sorry for the mistype. The keyboard is a glitch sometimes. I mean, we have a slip of the thumb sometimes. Everyone has it. Oh, love GQuuuuuX concept, but mobile suits and story. It's actually interesting, but kind of short. And I think that maybe should have. Yeah. Again, that's all I hear is just it could have gone that little bit more. It's just a little rushed. Okay, this Vernair is maneuverable, but this one is going nowhere. The crotch Vernair is just... That is a good amount, and I want to say that this is a really nice, tight joint. This joint feels really good to work with. The butthole one feels really good. I want to end the poll real quick. I want to end the YouTube poll. Where is YouTube poll? Okay, I'm literally clicking on everything wrong. Wait. Oh yeah, it's right here. Okay, so we have to talk about that. We need to talk about police sirens where you are from go wee woo. Unless your police sirens are like Patrick Star or an ambulance, I have questions. Yeehaw, I'm jealous, and moo, where do you live? Where do you live for it to be moo? What would have moo as their... What would have moo? Wales. Wales would have moo as their... would have moo as their sirens. War as hell is a true thing, but putting it in movies can be very slippery slope that leads to edgy boy alpha male edits like what happened with Monster and Jinro and Brigade. It's just you have to balance it also, because sometimes what people do when they want to do War as Hell is they want to have like an innocent character involved in it, and they don't understand that if the person gets involved, they're no longer innocent if they're an active party. Like, it's complex. It's a very complex issue. War in the Pocket handles it well by having a completely innocent character in their like story to really give you perspective of just how terrible war is. But it is something that is a real tightrope. And I don't think the problem is like people making edits. I think the problem is the like writers themselves. I feel like this isn't War as Hell, but we're gonna go with Avatar. Everyone looks at Avatar and they go like, we sympathize with humanity and not the blue aliens who, you know, all have like their brains controlled by the magic tree. Because humanity, firstly, I'm human. Secondly, all the humans are caricatures, so I can't take them seriously. That's one big thing. If you don't make the people believably evil or grounded in their evil, people can't take it seriously, so they don't accept the evil. When it's just like, I'm an evil person, we have come to this planet to take unobtainium. Again, this isn't War as Hell, but this is more just a general statement that applies to it as well. Is if the characters are so over the top, you just look at them as caricatures, even if you can go historically and be like, no, people did this. You go to the Japanese, you know, camps where they did the human experimentation in World War II. But the thing is, you don't, like, it's the thing of, like, that happening and seeing it in fiction are two different things. So you have to make it like grounded in an approachable fashion. And a lot of times people just make it so over the top that the brain is designed when they see something, when the brain is designed that when it sees something, it just sees it as absurdity. So you need to keep it from going to that absurd place, even if it's based in reality. And a lot of people don't know how to do that. So you get things like with Starship Troopers, where it's meant to be a parody of like war propaganda, but because it's a parody of war propaganda, nobody takes it seriously, so everyone just goes like, yeah, it's a silly war movie, kill all the bugs, because it's a hyperbolic, it's not grounded. Starship Troopers is actually a better example. Starship Troopers is over the top. You can't take it seriously. Even American Psycho. American Psycho. I haven't seen American Psycho, but American Psycho is also, again, it's just a little over the top. It's that you have to find the balance, and it's really hard to do. It's always the evil character being a little too cool for the War is Hell stuff. That's what I mean. It's either there, it's Quark from, again, not War is Hell, but Quark from Avatar. He's just like, I'm here to, like, kill the blue people, and, you know, like, I'm just gonna talk really cool and be like unapologetic. And it's like, I mean, he is kind of cool though, and him being unapologetic makes him more cool. I need to actually build the feet right now. You know, like you don't actually like him, but it's like how it's like if imagine if Palpatine was the only interesting character in Star Wars. You know, you'd be sitting there and you'd be like, yeah, like Palpatine, like the problem is the villain's the most interesting character because they're really complex. They have something deeper going on, but you don't know what that deepness is. Or maybe they're just one-dimensional, but they're evil and loving it, like Palpatine, you know? But if the most interesting character is the evil person, then they're going to relate to the evil person. Ooh. Oh. This crazy Avatar series is just a war between Na'vi people against mining company. It's not even like, yeah, it's just a mining company. It's not even humanity. It's just some people from like Earth who are just like, yeah, we're just settle on this planet. And they don't even have like a proper military. It's all mercenaries like with like technology made by the lowest bidder. And you're just like, so like if humanity actually wanted to invade Pandora, oh, there'd be no hope. They wouldn't stand a chance. They'd get wiped out in like a day. And it's like, oh, that comes off really easy. Chat, don't be, oh. Dude, any guy, don't be like this cool guy, Char Aznable. Everyone can relate to Char if they're a dude and have had depression to any degree. They're just like, you know what, I just want to make bad decisions to make my and everyone else's life worse, and I'm gonna convince myself it's the right thing to do. Char is so... I was gonna say based, but what I mean is by that is he's like based in realities. Tomino nailed depressive psychology with Char Aznable. Char Aznable is, I think, one of the best depictions of just a self-destructive psychology I've ever seen. Where you're just like, I might not be doing the right thing. Down to the fact that he leaks the Psykamu system, like, specs to the Federation so that they can make the, not the Hainu, the new Gundam, which is how he's defeated, because he wants a way out. He's like, I might not be doing the right thing, so he gives himself a way out. But his way out isn't like, you know, just stop doing bad things. It's like, I need somebody else to stop me, because I can't believe I can stop myself. And it's like, and it's not said, it's all shown, and it's just like, it's... Fucking, goddamn, Tomino cooked with Char. Oh my god, it's such a shame that Quest and Gus are in that movie, but oh god, Char throughout his character, he's a really good example of just depressive psychology, of depression psychology, and how you just destroy yourself. He's really done well. He believed the only person who could save him from himself was Lala, and Lala died, so he just goes, I guess I just have to destroy myself. Ooh. sometimes he's like, no, I can do something good like Ayug, you know. I can do good things, like when he talks in front of the Earth Federation to stop the Titans. But then he just doesn't see things change, and he's like, well, maybe things can't change. Maybe the only solution is radical change. He's so fucking good. There's so much to unpack to Char, and I can't do it justice just saying it off the cuff on a stream, but there's... Fuck Char. Char's a character, the first time I saw him, I was like, I don't know if this is a very good character, but the more I think about him, I realize there is so much fucking depth. And Tomino was, like, literally depressed when he, like, not came up with the idea, but Tomino used his own real-life depression to, like, help inform how Char would behave, which is why he's so well done. God, I love, Char's one of the best characters in fucking fiction. Like, bar none, he's so fucking clean. Char is the most underrated antagonist. Char is the main character of Gundam. I have said this and I'll say it again. The main character, not the protagonist, the main character of Gundam, up into and possibly even after Char's counterattack, is Char Aznable. Because everything revolves around Char. Okay, Amuro is just some kid who got into a mobile suit. Okay, the war ends because of Char Aznable decapitates Kycilia, because he takes out Garma, which completely destabilizes the Earth forces of Zeon. Not completely, but it does a good job at helping destabilize the forces. Of course, you know, there's still the operation to push Zeon off the planet. But Char is so fucking important. And then Ayug, Char is there. Then Char's counterattack. I mean, it's literally called Char's counter. But the world revolves around Char Aznable. In any other story, he would be the protagonist. He would be the tragic character. He's fucking Shakespearean. Char is a Shakespearean character, and we need more characters like Char. He is the main character, not the protagonist. He's the main character of Gundam because everything relies on him. His fate determines the fate of the universe. Does fucked up shit gets results he wants anyways? Yeah. Ooh. Char is such a go, and again, it's hard to put everything into words, which is why I want a Gundam series where it's just Char. They showed they could in Gundam Wing with Zex Marquis, how they have the entire Char arc from beginning to end, you know, from like the 1 year war effectively to Char's counterattack. They have that in Gundam Wing, and I wish Zex Marquis was the main character, because imagine a Gundam universe that was well written, firstly, but a well written AU where we just focus on a character like Char Aznable or Zex Marquis, and it's just, you can fit that into a 50 episode series. Gundam Wing showed you can fit the entire character arc of Char into one series. I want them to do that, but they have to get a really good writer. They need to get a good writer, but I want to see that. I would love to see that. Char's a no goat. He's a fraud and bum, but he is realistic and relatable. Listen, if we're talking about in-universe, yes, he's a complete jobber, but as a character, that kind of makes him better. In-universe, he's a complete jobber. I'm not going to argue that, but as a character, he is probably the best Gundam character. But don't be like Char. Don't get into a depressive loop and never get yourself out. Don't throw rocks at Earth. Don't radicalize children into war. Char fucking sees Quest and is immediately like, sure, I can make you into a child soldier. No hesitation. She's like, oh, I want to be a child soldier. And he's like, cool. Here's a super weapon. It's like, Char, what are you doing? And it's like, I don't know anymore, man. I don't know anymore. I got a 10 out of 10 baddie who's literally willing to, like, bounce on it, Dio. And I just still feel empty inside without Lala. And it's like, okay, listen, real that you're like, but like Lala was like 10, 15 years ago. You gotta get over her. And he's like, she was my perfect woman. And it's like, you knew her for like a month. She was so perfect. I think you just have a fetish for Indian women. God damn, I wish I had her. Let's get... Oh, I still have the wrong pieces out. Okay, I need to build these pieces. Char has too much huge impact. The whole Gundam franchise always have a Tenmu version. Yeah, they always have Zex Marquis the first, and Zex Marquis is probably the best Char clone. But the reason Zex Marquis is the best Char clone is just because he's literally Char. Again, he is Char from the 1 Year War to Counterattack. And he's the best one because it's literally Char Aznable. That's all Zex Marquis is. He's literally Char. He is that guy. And like Char, he's like an ace pilot, but he don't do the best. Actually, no, he's actually a better pilot than Char. He actually beats the Gundam the first time he fights it. Well, I guess Char does fight the Gundam to a stalemate, but he can't break the armor. But Zex Marquis' introduction is so goated. Zex Marquis' introduction where Hero is introduced as a complete sociopath because he just shoots that like what you have is 2 Leos. Okay. So how Hero is introduced is he's flying through, you know, the upper atmosphere and, you know, a ship follows him and they launch 2 Ares, not Leos. They launch Ares to intercept him. So he transforms his mobile suit and just shoots them down. Okay. And then he just literally does the most anime evil laugh ever. I think he even like puts his hand to his face or something. I think he goes full tilt with the evil laugh, but he's just like like he's just going at it. And he's just like, I've killed these people. I'm so good at this. It's just like, dude, you just like fired a nuclear laser at these people and you're like, wow, I'm the greatest pilot to ever live. And then Zex Marquis in a ground type mobile suit jumps out of the spaceship, grapples with the Gundam, gets out of his cockpit, and deploys a parachute and just leaves. Like, Hero literally goes from I'm the greatest shit ever to a guy. Okay, it's pretty much the equivalent of imagine somebody is in a 5th generation like fighter jet, and then he gets taken out by somebody driving a Sherman tank out of the back of a plane and shooting him down. That's what Zex Marquis does to Hero Yui. And it's the funniest shit ever. And that's why I love Gundam Wing, because you just get random shit like that. Oh god. You think you have the perfect meme for that? Yeah, it's on the meme channel. Ooh. Yeah. God damn, that is a stacked Lala, but that's also not her. Man, you know, I wish I could say that this is like some cursed imagery, but like, I'm gonna share it. I wish I could say this is some cursed imagery, but we saw Gundam-san last stream. This is canon to no universe, but this is like a little baby Char with a very voluptuous Lala. A very voluptuous Lala. Oh god. Fucking Char. Probably not inaccurate. Ooh. I'd believe it. Let's get here. And how does this go on? It goes on like this. And then this goes on like this. I have done this wrong immediately. I know you're proud of me, just immediately fucking this up. So it goes on actually like this. And then this clip goes on... No. No. Gundam Wing is objectively not good anime. It is not good, but it is still very entertaining. But it's iconic and ain't no complaint, and you're not complaining. The thing is, it has a lot of flaws, but outside of the Universal Century itself, it is the most influential Gundam series, and I don't mean like in the West. In the West, it was literally how Gundam got into the West was through Gundam Wing and G-Fighter. I think G-Fighter was translated first, but it was Gundam Wing that got Gundam into the West. But if you look at AUs, a lot of AUs, concepts in AUs to this day are first explored in Gundam Wing. Gundam Wing had too many ideas and too little time. And they tried to tell every idea they had, which is one of its greatest flaws. They wanted to say everything. Ooh. And that's its biggest flaw. It wanted to say everything. It wanted to focus on like the child soldier aspects of Gundam, you know, and it would have been better if it just focused on that. Like Iron-Blooded Orphans, which is, you know, Gundam, you know, the Gundam, what is it? Child Soldiers Gundam show, you know, but they didn't focus on it. You know, they wanted to also focus on Zex Marquis. They wanted to focus on the Gundam pilots, who in like their archetypal roles as anime characters. Like they wanted to focus on so much that it tears itself apart at the seams, but it's still so influential because it even has like drone warfare. Like it literally has commentary on AI and drone warfare in like this show from like the mid to or early 90s. Like it's not good, and how it handles like concepts like pacifism and, you know, like conflict are deeply flawed, and they are done better in Gundam Wing Endless Waltz. They're refined a little. But it was ahead of its time, despite it's a failure of execution. It's like the prequels of Star Wars. Had some good ideas, did not execute them well. Zex Marquis is a good if Wing is good series. Not a 90s anime with super edgy stuff, and it gets edgier in Gundam Seed. You could say I'm a Wing hater, but I still think Wing is good if it's edgy. If it's not edgy. So, okay, we've built that. Now let's move on to the upper thighs. I need a bit more well written. It's not. That's the thing. It's not the most well written Gundam series. Ooh. Like it really is. Like it is. I will say what Gundam Wing is it is peak edgy 90s anime. If you want an edgy 90s anime, but Gundam, that is Gundam Wing. It even comes with the fact that it has a bunch of interesting concepts that are completely underutilized. It's peak 90s anime. Even if you're not into Gundam and you just want a 90s anime that's just everything 90s in an anime in the best and mostly worst ways, you go to Gundam Wing. Just like how Gundam Seed is the peak of like 2000s animation, like it's Gundam if it was made in the 90s for Gundam Wing. Gundam if it was made in the 2000s. That's Gundam Seed. In the Gundam Seed is so melodramatic. It's so fucking melodramatic. Everything is over the top. The gore and like violence is like cranked up. Like it's cranked up to a degree where like you can't take it seriously anymore. So it's like trying to be like more mature by showing like a person getting their body crushed, and you're just like, yeah, this is a 2000s anime, and you're gonna forget about that person being dead in like an episode at the most, and they do. They're like, oh, this person died, it was so tragic. An episode later, nobody gives a fuck. No, it's not like Ryu from Gundam, where like when his death is one of the most important things in the series. No, it's just like, yeah, that's something that happened. Moving on. I'm trying to figure out where this goes in. Gundam 00 is just Gundam Wing, but 2010s. So you're telling me the 2010s Gundam is 00 is how I just interpreted that. The Gundam of the 2010s. If you want an anime, if you want a 2010s anime, early 2010s anime, you go to Gundam 00, which is what I like about the AUs. They reflect, for better or for worse, their current, like, when they're made. Even Iron-Blooded Orphans is effectively, the anime is effectively Gundam of the, like, mid to late 2010s, where it's a more, like, kind of mature story, where it's, taking old concepts, and it's not deconstructing them, but it's flipping the, well, it is deconstructing them, but it's a flip on the head. Ooh. And I'm trying to figure out what is going on here. Okay, I don't know which part goes on here. So let's see here. These pieces look identical. It's telling me they're not. They're not identical. I see the difference. I see it. It's here. It's the end pieces. This one is more angled than this one. So the question is, which one is this? Which one goes where? So this is the correct piece, and it's the one... It looks like this is the correct one. So will I not confuse my left and my right? Will I be correct on this? Will I have... Come on. Get this here. I did it! I learned my left from my right. I did it. Ooh. Gundam 00 was 2007. That's close enough. That's late 2000s, early 2010s. That's good enough. And then I need to lock in because I need to finish this for today. Because we need to do, next week we need to start the Gyaradoga. The Gyaradoga is probably going to be a bit longer. We might not start the gay until next... I wish I had a face cam, because that my expression when I said we might not start the gay, I looked away from the camera and I had the dumbest fucking, like, closed mouth smile. I was just like, I fucking just said that. We're not starting the gay until probably next month, because it's probably going to take the rest of the month to finish the Gyaradoga, is what I was going to say. We're not starting the gay until next month, chat. You need to understand. Oh, God. My favorite thing in Gundam is when something has an unfortunate name in a different language. It's bound to happen. And I'm happy Gundam typically sticks with it. They're just like, yeah, it's called the gay. It's fine. It's fine. We didn't realize that it's fine. It's not like, you know, that's the Chad move. The Chad Bandai. It's called the gay. You know, we are proud of it. It's not like, you know, the Virgin Hasbro, where they're like, we can't call this Transformer slag, because that's that's slut in Britain land, in Britbonger land. You know, to call the word slag means slut, so we can't call this Dinobot slag. We have to call him Slug. And when you hear Slug, the Dinobot, you don't think of, like, you know, a slug as in like weapon, you know, as in a projectile. You think slug as in a slug. You know, the fucking thing that goes on its belly and is a slug. That's what you think of. I don't know why I'm saying slug like that. I'm literally convulsing my entire body every time I say it. I'm literally throwing my head back and then my body, and then my shoulders forward every time I'm doing that. I'm gesticulating so much. Oh, God. That's it, chat. Gay is delayed. Put my boyfriend back in the closet. Now I'm in the closet. Now I'm in the closet, too. I'm just in the closet with Tom Cruise and R. Kelly. Don't worry about it. Ooh. That's still one of my favorite South Park jokes. When R. Kelly and Tom Cruise are in the closet. Ooh. And then Tom Cruise was in the closet. So I pulled out my gun and I said, 1, I'm gonna go shoot some bitch. 2. No. What it is when he's trying to get Tom Cruise out, he pulls out his gun and says like, 1, I'm gonna shoot some bitch. 2, you better get out here, or something like that. Okay, let's see if I can. Okay, so which one goes where? Luckily, we're very close to being done, so we're probably hopefully finish this. We'll finish this in under 3 hours. Okay, so we need to move this here. It's kind of weird how, like, I never knew this, but it is really just an exposed frame for the upper leg, isn't it? I kind of like that, though. I like the bare bones nature of the GQ models. I wasn't really sold on it at first, but like as I've seen it more, it kind of looks pretty cool actually. The bare bones aesthetic of Gundam GQ kits. I think the Gelgu, you can actually see like the propellant tanks are in the leg of it. So like in the calf, like here, you just can see the propellant tank just right there. I don't know if it's the Gelgu. It might be something else, but as I've kind of looked at it more, I've really liked the bare bones nature. Still have not warmed up on the Gundam. I like the Cat Gundam more. I like the Fred. The Fred kind of looks nice. The GQ itself it just looks weird to me still. And then, so let's get, oh, I was trying to put it on wrong. So I need, this piece goes like this. And then I think this one goes on it. Now I'm in the closet. Now I'm in the closet too. Ooh. God, I remember when I stopped watching South Park. It was it was in 2015 during the election. And the reason I stopped watching it isn't because of politics. It's because they did not know how to do serialized storytelling. It was really, really annoying. That season was so bad. I just was like, I'm just not gonna watch this, and I just haven't picked it up since. In all honesty, ooh. God, but the serialized story, I knew they did that for like another few years, to the point where they had an episode called "The Death of Serialization," where like they literally had to have an episode dedicated to stopping their serialized storytelling because they were so bad at it, which is insane. But the problem is, like, every episode led into the next one, and you might be like, what's the problem? The problem is that it never felt like there was any closure in the episode you just watched. So you just would watch an episode, and then you kind of would just be like, oh, okay, now we're going to the next one, but I have to wait a week, and I don't really feel like I had a story there. Like, you can have serialized stories, but you still need episodic plots. You still need a plot for the individual episode, so it's still individually satisfying. Is this... Ugh. You dropped South Park because of politics and it getting stale. I dropped it because their failure to appreciate pacing in overarching multi-episode arcs. We are not the same. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong here. Are these like the pieces for the other thigh? No. No. Because this piece, it says this piece goes here, so why can I not get it in? Why can I not get it in? Something you never want to say in a bedroom with a woman. What am I doing wrong here? What is... Oh, okay, so I need to pull this down to fit them in. Oh, I see it now. Okay. I see it now. There's this little peg here. So what this is going to do is it's going to lock in to the peg here and here. I am... Doesn't feel right. I guess it's right, but it doesn't feel right. Motherfucker, I can't read that. So, fuck it. Fuck it. I don't know what the fuck that. I can't read Japanese or whatever fuck that is. Actually, saying that, I just remembered that it's Korean. That's like all the like, it's like kanji, but it's all right angles and shit. Ooh. I don't know what Vietnamese looks like now that I think about it. I don't know if Vietnamese... I would guess Vietnamese also uses something like Mandarin or like kanji. But maybe I'd be surprised. Maybe they use more of a Romanized system. I don't know why I say Romanized, but you know what I mean. Something more similar to like traditional Western than traditional Asian. Ooh. Vietnamese were pretty good at staying isolated from the rest of Asia. So... Wait. I am... Wait, is this... This is like the wrong piece, I am convinced, and I'm gonna just try to build the other leg. Oh, chat didn't, went through again, and, God damn it. Well, I have it right here, so hopefully I can see it. Vagina and vagina is, like, one syllable away from the same word. Oh, so you just wrote it in... Ooh. I mean, but... Yeah, they literally are. That's... And the thing is, I don't know about Japanese, but, like, B and V... in anglicized languages, which, you know, English is an Anglic language, can sound very similar. In fact, like, they can be interchangeable with certain archaic pronunciations in multiple languages. So B and V in like in the West are effectively not the same thing, but they're very close in sound for Western palates. So vagina and vagina are even closer. Like I would say they're they're like half a syllable apart. Not even a syllable. They're half a syllable apart from one another. Then this goes here. This goes here. Deja vu. Oh. I'm upset. Not because I put this piece on before putting the pipes on. I'm upset because that was an actual deja vu moment. I'm very upset about it. I've been catching myself before deja vu moments for a long time, and that's the first deja vu in a very long time. Oof. Yeah, Japan, they don't have a V or an L. Well, no, yeah, that's why they have, I don't know about the V, but I do know that they have a trouble with, R's and L's. Because it's not that they it's not that they have, like, it's that they kind of, like, double up on their R's and L's, so there's not as much of a distinction, and, like, English has this with their own, like, certain letters, but there's not as much of a distinction for them in those letters. So that's why when, like, things get translated, they struggle, because for them, and are just so close together that they actually use something that's actually a little bit in between those. They don't actually do a full, you know, in an Anglic sense. They don't go, in an English sense, so they have their tongue a little farther back, and that actually makes it closer to an So it's a little bit in between, to my understanding, which is why they struggle with that one. So I think that's not unique to Japanese. Let's see here. Oh, and I just realized I messed this up pretty badly. Because what I did was I was supposed to do this before putting the legs together. So I'm gonna have to take this part off, effectively, and do this again on this side as well. I don't know how this piece goes. I must have gotten the left and right confused with these pieces or something because they're not going on properly. And it's driving me insane. This part should be really quick and it's taking forever to do. Because I just don't know what I've done wrong here. Let's see here. And then this piece... I don't know. That piece fell on the floor, so I need to go grab it now. I don't know why I'm getting confused with these legs, but I am, and it's really annoying me. I bagged this kit so this wouldn't be happening. Okay, let's just focus in. Let's get this part off so I can... I need to take this piece off, because this piece, I think, locks them in. Fuck! I'm sorry for cursing, but that... It's just shit's falling on the ground, and it's really frustrating to me. Please, just... Come on. Can I, like, just fucking sneak this in here? Can I sneak you in here? I can... Fuck. Again, sorry for cursing, but I'm just... God. I hate the fact that I missed that step. God. Okay, there we go. That's not... If there's no disassembly, it's not a merry stream, is it? Oh, God. I don't quite feel merry about it. For example, ka, read ka, means mug, while ka, read ka, but your voice goes up higher during the word, which means fish. Yeah, they have, I know actually I didn't know Japanese, but I know, Mandarin, because I took a year of Mandarin, and that was a mistake. Mandarin is also, like, tonally, is a tonal language, so you have to, like, change the tone with how you talk. While in English, changing your tone shows mood of the word, not meaning. Well, actually, it does inform the meaning, but it informs the meaning differently. It doesn't inform meaning in the fact that it's like, it changes the definition of the word. It changes on how you're delivering the word. It changes the connotation of the word, while the word has a set denotation regardless of how you're pronouncing it. Ooh. Okay, so... And where's the other... Where's the other one that I assembled? Here it is. Okay, so here's this one. Let's put this on. It just doesn't go in. It's lining up, but it... What is... Oh, and I have to take this part off, because while I was fixing the other one, I forgot that this one I forgot to put in the cage to begin with. Goodness. I'm sorry that I'm so frustrated. It's my own fault. I messed this up, but it's just all such a bother. Luckily, this one you should be able to just slip these in. You cannot slip these in. Okay. I was hoping I could just slip these in without fully disassembling it and looking even more dumb. Okay. Then this goes on like this. What? I did it backwards. Wait, what? Wait. I'm just seeing if this works if I plug it in the other way. I'm having trouble with these balls. I don't know how to handle them. I don't I don't know. I don't get it. It looks like this is actually... It looks like I did get the right and left confused, just looking at the assembly. Okay, no, I didn't get it wrong. So that goes there. Jesus Christ, that took like 20 minutes to figure out. I feel extra stupid today now. And then this goes... This plugs in here. Okay, so it's... Oh my god, it's like special geometry. Man, dude, this ain't... Oh, this is not sophomore high school. Why am I having to do geometry? Oh, no. Can I put this piece on without having to take what I just put together? Yes, I can. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus and Japanese man who designed this. Oh, God. You're probably a heathen, but I hope you go to heaven. I hope you go to heaven. Why are you not plugging in? Why must everything in this kit be pain and suffering? Oh, fuck. Okay, we have a good leg, you know, no problems. You know, praise the Japanese, you know? Praise the autistic, you know, praise be on to the autistic Japanese man who designed this. We have no ill will. We will not... We're happy. We're calm for this stream. It would have helped if you built the GQ. It's just, this is the first one I've done with these, and everything's locking in a little bit differently than what I'm used to. Ooh. Because the design is so radical compared to like what you get a lot of times with Gunpla in general. So I feel like that's just natural to a certain extent that everything is locking in a little differently. But oh god, I'm just not used to this at all. Okay, so this goes here and this goes here. Actually, because I painted this part, it kind of goes in a little more smoothly, to be honest. Ah! I say that and it pops out. This is just pain. Pain without love. Pain can't get enough. Ah! God, I should do a 3 Days Grace karaoke. What should I do karaoke for next month? I don't know why, but... Ooh, I've always wanted to do karaoke. We might do another karaoke next month. We're doing Fall Out Boy this month. Let's see. Oh, that plugged in beautifully. Then this goes here. And this goes here. Also, I really like the metal on the inside of the Verniers. I don't know if I'd do it for everything, but firstly, the metal paint coats way better than the red paint. Just first things first, the coating is a lot better. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than the red paint. But I think I might go with steel. Besides, the red paint is for when the units are supposed to be inactive in dock. Okay, now we get to figure out which piece goes where's, chat. So this slides into here. There we go. I am smart. I have memory. I have recall. I am human being. My ancestors killed or reproduced with all the other human beings, so there is only me. Ooh. I'm interested in the upcoming high-grade Sandrock Endless Waltz. See how that thing builds up. I'm also interested about that, how it's a standard release, which is just... I'm happy about it. I'm not going to complain about it, but I am slightly annoyed, again, the customs weren't standard releases. This is that P-Band. Bandai will standard release Endless Waltz kits, but if you want anything that appears in the anime itself, not the movie, the anime itself, Bandai's like, that's P-Bandai. You gotta pay a premium for it. Is this... Why, Bandai? Why do you hate us? Why do you... Because I can't imagine Gundam Wing is unpopular. Okay, now we can do the full assembly. We can put all of this together. Can you even... You cannot spread your... Wow. That's disappointing. I suppose it's just what's going to happen with this design. But because of the thrusters, that's as much as it can spread its legs. That is not a beautiful spread. If you move the leg up and you do this, you can spread the legs more. You can have it sit down like somebody... God damn, that's thick. It really is a Brazilian... It's the Brazilian mobile suit. Okay, so... let's put the Zaku together. Hello, Ivan. I have Sandrock Custom. I can't wait for the Sand... I kind of want the Sandrock Custom, but, like, I already have the Sandrock. But at the same time, the Sandrock Custom comes with, like, an Uzi or whatever. It comes with, like, a little machine gun, and I'm like, do I want to pay $20 for a machine gun? And I'm like, it'd be cheaper than a real machine gun. I kind of want to get it. Oh, we're not... okay, we still have to build the hands, which is going to be simple. We need to put the lights on it. Okay. Ah, there we go. All the parts so far are real tightly going in, which is a good thing. But this is going to be dangerous. I did not cut these parts off intentionally, because how dangerous this is going to be, and I would lose them if I did. But tape, go away. You would like to see some Jammy Page and by proxy her band flavored Foley stuff. But I'm not gonna my hopes up the Vocaloid, so it's not practical to sing. Dude, there's a lot of songs that's not practical to sing that we do in karaoke. Didn't you have one of the Gundam Winged Customs overseas exclusive? Yeah, I found in store I found the Gundam Death Scythe Hell, which is my favorite mobile suit in Gundam Wing. For the 30th anniversary, they they did a public release of them, and I got that. And I think that's the only one I got. Even though I like the other ones, I didn't want to buy them. Wait a minute. No, I didn't get this. I didn't get the Ultron because I don't really like the Ultron. I didn't get the Heavy Arms custom because I already have the Heavy Arms, and the custom is like not different really much at all. It's a little different, but not meaningfully. I didn't get the Sandrock for the same reason. The Gundam... okay, so the Gundam 00 doesn't count. Is there another mobile suit? Is there another custom that I'm forgetting about? Okay, wait. We have 5 pilots. I'm forgetting someone, right? Am I forgetting someone? And wait, hold up. Hiro Yui, Duo, Troa, Quatra, Wufei. That's 5. How many mobile? Okay, so we have the Wing. We have the Death Scythe. Okay, no, I got them all. We have, after the Death Scythe, we have Troa, we have the Heavy Arms, Sandrock, and then the Ultron. No, I got them all. I got it. I thought I was, okay, I just can't count. Bootlog Sandrock Custom, is common with 2 Uzi. You know what? That's right. I can just buy the Uzis. What the fuck am I thinking? Oh, I should get it for the, I can just buy the Uzis. Wait a minute. I can just buy the Uzis. What the fuck am I thinking? There are probably people who just sell the Uzis by themselves now that you mentioned that. There's probably like a fucking third-party custom kits that you can just buy the Uzis. Why am I like, do I want to spend $20? Who fucking gives a fucking... God, I'm stupid. Chat, I don't want to alarm you, but I might be an idiot. Like, ooh. Her stuff is gay. I don't care about singing like silly songs that might be silly coming out of my mouth. I don't really care. I mean, every year I sing Dominic the Donkey for Christmas, okay? I know that's not, like, gay, quote-unquote, but, you know, I don't mind. Like, as long... Ooh. I'll just probably be a little disrespectful when I sing it if it's a little too fruity. If it's a little tutti fruity. Ooh, I just might sing it with a gay voice, which might be a little disrespectful. I don't know, I don't know if you like that style. I like a wide range, so it kind of depends on on the individual song. I don't really have any styles that I'm against, in all honesty. Outside of country with stereotypical country accent. I don't like it when they sing like this, and all them sound the same. I don't like it when they do that. I like country, but I don't like country when they all have the same fucking voice. It's just, that annoys me. Okay? Toby Keith can sound like that, but fucking if you're not Toby Keith, why the fuck do you sound exactly like Toby Keith? Fucking stop it! Sorry for cursing. What did you miss? I don't know. My brain has been kind of half cooked this whole stream, so I've not been at my best performance this stream. I'm sorry. Ooh. Is this one of those nights? The Ultron Gundam kit looked good, and it's under. Oh, it looked like a good kit. It's just I'm not a fan of the Ultron's design. Is the only is this the only catch? Where are the hands? What? There's a bag for the hands. Where's the bag for the hands? Where's the? Where are the hands? I can't end stream if I don't build the hands. The Gundam Alex's hand. Don't be naughty. I have to look away from chat for a moment. Where the hell is it? So I have lost Naboo by the final order. Fucking. Firstly, Final Order are absolute jobbers. I don't know why you're fighting them. But also, it's like... Where are the hands? Final Order. Let's just make Let's take the TIE Fighter and make it a two-seater. Fuck it. Let's take the worst Starfighter in Star Wars and make it a two-seater. Not even the TIE Interceptor. They went with the TIE Fighter because J.J. Abrams is a hack. If you have a chance, get the Bootlock Sandrock Custom Uzi and come with extra Uzi. I have a little bag for everything, so everything stays organized. They're right here. Okay. The bag went under the monitor is the thing. It slid under the monitor. I have all these little bags so I can build like my autism demands it. And you have okay. You go there. And then oh no, this just plugs into the arm, I guess. So I don't. Okay, so this hand I don't need to put anything. Oh wait, no, if I want to have it hold the axe, so let's see how well he holds the axe. You think this is the right? You think I got the left and right correct? Well, I got it backwards, so that's not a good sign. What a coincidence. The stream I'm watching right now of Jim, Mr. Medicare, is fucking talking about how Gunpla is more affordable than, is this more affordable than war games like GW. What a random thing to happen on the other stream that I have in the background. Okay, so I don't know. I guess I got the right and left correct the first time. This is not going in the way I want it to, and it's really driving me up a wall. Hold on. No. You need to be angled this way. Okay, there we go. Old Republic ships against the Final Order? You mean the Final Order? Wait. Oh god, I fucking forgot. I was like, don't you mean First Order? My brain was melting. I forgot the Final Order is like Palpatine's returned fleet. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna throw away all of, like, you know, the expanded universe. And we're gonna decanonize all of it. So we have We have a blank canvas to work with. And then the one thing that they canonize, the one thing they go to, you know what, we need to go to the expanded universe. You know, what's the best thing that they did in the expanded universe? Oh, I know. They brought Palpatine back to life. The one thing that is so bad that it's never referenced in the expanded universe. You could read everything in the expanded universe and literally never learn, and except for like a Dark Empire, and not know that Palpatine came back from the dead, because nobody references it. And you might be like, wouldn't that be a big deal if Palpatine came back from the dead? No, because it's a shit story, so nobody references it in the EU, and they just act like it never happened, because it's so dog shit. And Disney Star Wars was like, that's the one thing we need to take. We need to recanonize that. Fuck Disney Star Wars, man. Fuck these people. My brain was melting, and you made me remember something terrible. How could you? Still building the G-Liner standard armor parts and weapons with extra armor and color remind me of the Dual Gundam. So you then plug into here like this plugs in like, what is this? A Char's counterattack kit? Okay, so that goes there. And then, okay, so then we're gonna do this. Put this here. And then we put this here. There. I mean, this kit, it's a little tricky if it's the first time you're doing it. Is this backwards? What the fuck am I looking at? Did I put this leg on backwards? Am I that stupid? Probably, but... Ah. No, I see what I did wrong. So I did mess up the leg, but I'll have to deal with that later. Did I put it on? Oh god, I'm gonna have to completely disassemble these legs. But that's an issue for after stream, Merrick. I completely misassembled the legs because I misread the instructions. Something fierce. I put this leg joint on backwards. Because oh god, I was just trying to rush through the legs. Do not rush your builds. But that means I'm gonna have to take the legs apart for a like third time, I think. Oh my god. But I'll have to do that off stream. But the kit's great. The kit's great. Even with the legs misassembled, it still feels nice. Everything's super tight. Ooh. I had difficulty because I wasn't used to this kit. The prep was really fun. It has a lot of room where you can prep to do it. It's a really nice kit. Its hand comes apart, but that's just a high grade. How flexible are you? It kind of, there's nothing really wowing me in articulation wise. The arms are pretty limited. Like, this is the highest they can go. That's the most in they can go. That's the most forward. That's the most back. You know, most forward, most back. Forward, back. Highest they can go. Lowest they can go. So it's not gonna amaze you. Wait. Okay, no, wait. The joint's just really tight because it's new. Okay, so let's just take that off. Okay, no. It does have an extra joint in the arm. It just have to be. It says when it's new, everything's really tight. We can go there. That one I will correct. It has a swivel, bicep swivel, which is pretty standard. Ooh. It feels pretty standard overall, but it does feel pretty satisfying. The legs cannot spread because these big Brazilian butt lift, you know, thighs. Spamming hammerheads wasn't the best way to defeat them. They were 10 times the cruiser size. That doesn't sound like a good idea. You know what? They have a bunch of first order Star Destroyers, or no, they'd probably have those stupid Star Destroyers with the super lasers. But they have a bunch of like of those stupid Star Destroyers. Oh, you know what? A ship from like 10,000 years before that should work. I feel like those cages should connect upward. Now, not downwards. I mean, it says. I mean, that one I didn't get correct, but I know what you mean. It always. I thought like these parts right here connected to something, and I guess like they can connect to something if you need them to, is the idea. But yeah, these are just like empty. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Luckily, this kit isn't too hard to take apart. Ooh. Thing is, I also kind of rushed it because this is a one-day build. Police light part and don't drop it or break it. No, I plugged those in, but those I made sure to not cut those off until I needed them, just because how tiny. Look how tiny they are. They're absolutely going to be impossible to find. You need to be extra careful with those. Rear Grade 2.0 is an amazing experience if you want a new and interesting build system. They have a special instructions that let you build just the inner frame first. That's actually really cool because I always like how it's like you can build the inner frame, but like how the instructions go in a lot of real grade kits is just like you're not gonna build the inner frame by itself because the instructions don't tell you, like the instructions tell you to build the leg as a complete unit, and you don't know if like the armor is interlocking or anything, so you're like, I don't know if I can build the inner frame than the rest of it, because you're concerned you might have to deconstruct it if you try to do that. So knowing you can just make the inner frame, then add the armor is really cool. I've always wanted to try that with a real grade, but again, I've always been like, ooh, what if this makes it so I have to take it apart in some way, and I don't want to take apart a real grade. I know I said I'd do this off stream, but I kind of just want to see how difficult it is. Again, just to disassemble, and I think disassembly is important in any kit, because if you want to customize it, a lot of times you're going to have to disassemble it if you've already built it. And I'm damaging the hell out of it, but luckily, because this part's covered up, I can be a little more... I can use this metal part separator and be a little more liberal with it, because that's just going to get covered anyways. Okay. So... Oh! Okay. That is, oh god. There we go. And then, oh, this is not, okay, this is interesting. I thought this would be the easy part, but this is so tight. You can see I'm having to, like, really wiggle it out. I'm gonna do a reverse after this and use the ships from the Sith Empire, aka the Old Republic against the Resistance, to see how easy it would be. I don't know. Now that is a panel line that I want to do that later. It is very flush though. I will say this kit is super flush. I'm actually having a hard time finding the part, like the line of separation. It's right here, I think. This kit's so flush that even in this part that you wouldn't be able to see normally, it's hard to see where I would have to put my part separator in to separate it, which is a point of praise I want to make clear. This kit is very well integrated, which is really cool, but it's making deconstruction very difficult. And I can't put this here because this is gonna damage the plastic back here. Oh god, I don't really know where I can put this. And okay, I have enough leverage. I'm only gonna do this one with one leg on stream, and I'll do the other one off stream. Because I don't think you guys want to watch me do the exact same thing again, but let's see this. Okay, once you get the leverage though, it does come apart. Okay, come on. Come on. I literally am clicking at it like it's a dog. I'm like, come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. We can do this. We can do this. There we go. I should have asked what your guys' favorite OVA is. You know what? I'll do that for the Gyaradoga stream. Ooh. Am I forgetting an OVA? Before I do that, there's War in the Pocket, Stardust Memories, MS8 Team. Is there another... Is there another OVA? It's interesting how in Thunderbolt we got a Fetty Gelgoog, and the GQ we get a Xeon GM. Pretty much. I mean, sorry, pretty much for the Xeon GM is what I mean. It is an interesting thing. It makes sense because the Gelgoog in GQ, the Gelgoog itself was the Gelgoog project, so it just has the name. And they had the schematics to the Gundam, so they're just like, well, why don't we just make a mass-produced, you know, streamlined and in some ways improved Gundam? So they do. It makes perfect sense within universe, but at the same time, you do want kind of go like, but what would an actual Gelgoog look in that art style? And there have been some people who've like kind of tried to imagine it, and it would have looked good, which is annoying because it's like, ooh. I like the Triclops Gelgoog, but baby, please, could we have had the original one? Okay, I almost put it on back wrong again. Okay, so it looks like I have the right and left on incorrectly. No, I don't. Yes, I do? No, I don't. So... thank God for that. Also, the legs are symmetrical, so it's literally impossible for me to mess up quite as badly as I thought I did. Which makes me feel a little bit better, in all honesty. Unicorn? You know what? Yeah, I guess Unicorn... I mean, by that extension, there's also narrative and whatnot. My brain was thinking like the 90s and 80s. But yeah, that would be a good fourth option. Ooh. And not narrative though. I don't think anyone's gonna be like, yeah, narrative's my favorite. Let's see here. We can now assemble it correctly. If I can find the leg, here it is. And I think it locks in here. So this mouth locks in here. Come on. And then that's weird. So it has... That's correct. So... that's interesting. What that means is that this kit technically has like a... it's not a double bend at the knee, firstly, though. Like, look how far back that can go. That's actually... mind you, the Verniers aren't on right now, but that's really good, like, how far it can go back. I'm happy I did this on stream so I can show you guys, but... that's interesting. It is supposed to lock in, firstly. I know I'm not doing that wrong. It is supposed to lock in like that. So it kind of has, like, it doesn't actually give you a double knee bend. It's more like you have a double knee, but instead of getting extra articulation, you get extra reinforcement. That's... God damn it. This fell out when I was doing it. So now I have to separate the parts again. Oh, that actually pisses me off. That is... I just... you might be like, don't do that. You might break it. Honestly, I don't want... I'm... fuck! Oh, God. Why must things be pain? I'm sorry. Why must I be incompetent? Come on, come on. Wait, Rhodian, is a real thing? Do you mean Rhodesia? Ooh. I mean, Rhodians are a Star Wars race, unless you're talking about Rhodesia. I think that's Zimbabwe now, right? But Rhodians are a race. A Rhodian is what Han Solo shoots in. It's what Greedo is. Greedo is a Rhodian in. Oh god, in in A New Hope. It's the alien that Han shoots at the bar. He's a Rhodian, Greedo. And now that I said his name, I've just realized that the guy who comes to collect money's name is Greedo. You did it again, George. You've done it again. How do I? The character's the entire character's thing is he wants money. Greedo. Fucking. I love George's naming convention. It's so fucking on the nose. So I like it, even how Obi-Wan Kenobi is like, how is there more going on there? Because his name is Ben Kenobi. So it's just like, okay, so like he's an average old man. What's an average old man name? Ben. But there's more going on to him. Let's just give him a weird sounding name. Kenobi. The logic is so simple with George, and it's so innocent and pure. The Rhodian Empire. I don't think they have an empire. Wait a minute. Am I thinking of a different Rhodian? Rhodian IT. No, thank you. I mean, there's also Rhodes. Is it Rhodian? Oh, he's talking about Star Wars? Yeah, okay. I thought Rhodian was spelled without an H. Are we talking about a different Rhodian? Also, Rhodians are not fucking reptiles. Those guys are amphibians. I don't care what you say. Narrative has my favorite mobile suits. It has good mobile suits. I actually I've made a statement about this. I prefer the narrative Sinanju over the Gundam Unicorn Sinanju. Great suits, but I've not heard good things about its narrative, ironically. Always but never narrative is your favorite anime? Let's see here. Yeah, always thought it's just a species name in Star Wars, but it's actually a thing. How do they have an empire? They didn't have an empire during the Clone Wars, did they? Hold up, this is canon. Let's get rid. Where is Legends, the real canon? I mean, come. You know what? I'm gonna show you this real quick. Okay. Look at this. Look at this. This is Virgin Star Wars, Disney Star Wars, you know, look at that. Just some Unreal Engine bullshit. That's the image for Rhodian on the official Wikipedia. Okay? Oh, what the hell? Okay, wait a minute. It's not behaving. I want to show you the Legends image now. But because it's a wiki, the image is not behaving. Download image, thank you. Please. Now here is what you get with the expanded universe. Chad, fucking hand-drawn picture, you know, striking a pose, has so much personality. Look how much personality in that. It's literally Virgin versus Chad energy. It's just one thing you could see in any universe. It's indistinct. You're like, oh, this is just it's just a Rhodian with a gun. You know, it's just a Rhodian with a gun. He's a rebel. Ooh woo. Look at this guy. Oh, you know, he's just posing, and that could be a human. It could be any alien race. It doesn't matter. This guy, you're like, this guy has a story. This guy has like a 50-page like novella. in somewhere in Star Wars. This is a character. He appeared in, like, you know, he appeared in an expanded universe book, and then they had a spin-off, and then he had a spin-off comic that lasted 1 issue. You fucking know this guy's a character the moment you look at it. Glup Shido. You know, well, this is the Glup who shat. I don't know, but I fucking hate looking at this so much. It's soulless versus soul. Soulless versus soul. We're supposed to be building a mobile suit. Soulless soul. Soulless soul. Fucking hell. How does it feel to live long enough to see everything you love be butchered and transformed? Oh god. Feels great. as the Red Letter Media guy said. How does it feel to see everything you loved be, you know, twisted and deformed? Feels great. The IRL Empire. Oh, Rhodes. Well, yeah. Oof. Yeah, I mean, where do you think the Colossus of Rhodes comes from? You think you can build the Colossus of Rhodes and not be an empire? It's such a weird leg. It effectively has like it effectively has chicken legs technically, because it has like this extra joint here. It kind of technically has an extra joint in a way, but I'll plug this leg in just so we can kind of see it. Okay, so as it was intended, again, you can kind of, it's kind of cheating, but if you twist the leg, you can kind of give it a better spread. I don't know, it's a weird kit. It's a weird design. The head, it can look around, but it ain't look, it has no, it's just, that's not moving anywhere. That mono eye is going to be doing a lot of work. I don't like the shield. I don't like this shoulder shield. It's too small, in my opinion. It looks so tiny. I hate it. I just wanted to say that. I don't like this. I don't like how tiny this is. I don't. It's especially annoying because you have this shield, which is also really small. Look at it. That's tiny. But, like, I don't know. I feel like it would be cool. It would be cool, and I think it would be enough if you just let me put this shield here. Like, let me store the shield on this. That would look nice, right? That would look nice. It would give it kind of that more Zaku, classic Zaku silhouette to an extent. But you can't do that. Wait, can you? No, you can't. Damn it. That would be nice, though, and it would kind of fit in well with the overall geometry, as you can see, just having it slot in like this. I don't know. I'm finding reasons to complain, but it's a nice kit, and I'm gonna have it on display, and it's... Ooh. So I'm not... Why, I feel like I'm gonna have to play with this for a while off stream to really get a gauge on it. These GQ, this is the first GQ kit I've built, and I don't really know what to make of it, in all honesty. It's good. It's very well designed. It's very nice, but it's just... the design itself and the mechanics, not only the design, but the mechanics to convey the design are very unique in Gunpla from what else I've built. So it's very hard to kind of gauge this off the cuff. This is its leg fully extended. It's kind of weird because it has such awkward proportions that I can understand that you're like... It's such an interesting kit. How far back can this go? So the Vernairs, it has the same problem as the Comfer. The Vernairs stop it from actually... Oh! Okay, you can... I think I might be, like... I might be putting pressure on the kit. I think I am. But you can get the leg to go this far back. Why you would want to? I'm not quite sure. Oh, yeah, I did. Doing that actually desettled the part. There we go. Okay, so don't do that. No, it didn't. This part was actually already desettled. So you can actually just put the leg... Oh, actually, now that I have it plugged in properly, the leg can just go back that far. Why would you need that? I don't know, but I'm not going to complain about posability. Extra posability that does not compromise the structure or strength, I'm not going to complain about. I actually am happy about it. You mean it's for peacetime? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I only know the Colossus of Rhodes. I don't even know if that's the same Rhodes. You could be talking about Rhodesia for all I know right now. I think my first GQ kit either was the Gelgoog or the GQ Fred. I have the Gelgoog somewhere, and I'm really excited to build that after this kit. I think the Gelgoog's gonna be a little more straightforward than this dude was, and if you just got here, the reason this leg isn't on is because I assembled it incorrectly and I have to disassemble it. And I'm not doing that on stream because that would just be repetition of what I've already done. Ooh. But when you do build it, Ivan, share it on the Discord, actually, for the Gelgoog, and give some tips, because, you know, that way it can be extra embarrassing on stream when I make the mistakes regardless. That is a... Okay, well... I was about to say that's a really good ankle pivot. It's a good ankle pivot, but when you get too far, it'll just come off. That's a good ankle pivot, so you can definitely get this guy in some good poses. His foot is flat to the ground right now. Look at that. If his other leg was there, I could actually pose him properly, but I don't know. I'm liking it the more I'm handling it, which is a good thing. I'm not finding things to dislike about it. I actually liked it the least when I first assembled it, and I was like, ooh, this is really weird when everything comes together. But as you handle it more, you understand how the mechanics really fit together. You know, honestly, that's not a half bad ab crunch. Hold up. For what this is, that's a better ab crunch than a lot of mobile suits, to be honest, especially 1 year war mobile suits, which this technically is. That is not half bad, actually. I'm really appreciating this kit the more I'm handling it. It's for... yeah, it can kneel, but I just... Oh, you know what? I'm so used to kneeling that... Hold up, we're gonna put this in, because even though the leg's on backwards, it can still work. So, actually, I want to see here real quick. Not the leg. Even though the knee is on backwards, it can still, like, stand and whatnot. Hold up, let me... Oh my god, it can... I'm so used to mobile suits not being able to kneel properly. Even the Sniper Zaku is, like, has a kneeling function and it doesn't work. This is one of the best kneeling kits I've ever seen. You have to awkwardly put the foot to the side when it kneels, though, because its foot cannot go back. This is the farthest its foot will go back, but I think that's fine. That's acceptable. But that is a really nice yeet, like... And if you had a really tiny figure, you could recreate... Can you recreate the pose? Let me get the handout where you share it on Discord of a guy getting out of the cockpit. You could put like a little dude in his hand. You could put like a little pilot in his hand at 1/44th scale. That's actually really nice. I don't know why you would want to depose, you know, this Zaku in this pose. Why you'd want him to be kneeling. I don't know. Maybe have him be kneeling and praying. I don't know. But, again, I'm not going to complain about extra options in posability. I'm not going to complain about that, and I'm going to be happy for it. Hold up. If I throw the feet outwards, can I have him kneeling on both legs? I can! Again, it looks weird from behind, because look at that. But that's just really stable. You could have a Japanese tea party with your mobile suits. If you had like multiple Zakus, because again, a lot of mobile suits you can't kneel, but you have this wide base here. You could have you could get a little table and have like a little Japanese tea party. Ooh. I don't know what else you'd use. I don't know what else you'd use this pose for. Hold up. Can he? Oh, that's disappointing. I was like, he has his open hand and fist is like perfect for. Oh, he can. He can do the. You can have him do that. Ha! I have figured it out. Ha ha! Okay, I'm actually really liking this kit the more I'm handling it. Having a deep bend in should allow leg armor and to be pointed forward and block bullets. Actually, I kind of wonder. That's actually really good as well. Hold up, this kit's a lot more flexible than I'd thought. But you can... The point isn't to have him like this, but... This is a funny pose. But what I was thinking is when you were saying, like, putting the leg armor up, what I actually thought was the thrusters are here, so could he, like, throw his legs up? And, like, so the thrusters are pointing away and, like, blast himself away like Godzilla. And he can do the Godzilla! You can do the thing, like how Godzilla, you know, rolls up into a ball and then blasts away. He can do that. He can do the Godzilla fly. He can fly like Godzilla. Okay, you know what? This kit's kind of amazing. I've never seen a Gunpla kit that I can actually just do, that I can pose into a ball like Godzilla and have it actually be a viable way for it to fly. Ooh, but the kit does not like being posed like Godzilla. Can we put its legs up? Can we get banned on YouTube and Twitch real quick? Hold up. Hold up, wait a minute. Hold up. I need to end stream, but this is... There are too many questions to ask here. We can. It can do missionary chat. Behold what technology has brought. It's the Zaku with that can do missionary pose. You know what? Actually, I think I love this kit. God, my English. Don't worry, my brain isn't fucking Englishing either, and it's the only language I know. Oh God. Sure, I will be aware of posting. Yeah, I will appreciate that on the Discord, but you know what? I'm really liking this kit. Oh, it... I didn't mean to do that. I was just rotating it. But it can do downward dog. Okay, I have to get a bunch of pictures of this. Blue 42, hut, hike. Okay, this kid's amazing. This kit is unironically fucking amazing now. It can hike the football chat. You know, I was a little upset at the legs because it doesn't have a very good spread. But fuck me, I'm really warming up to it. Oh, that's I took off the wrong leg. I'm really warming up to it. This kit I'm really warming up to, and you have to do a little bit of finagling, but you can have its hands meet. A lot of mobile suits struggle with that. Like, it doesn't have the posability that you expect from other mobile suits, and you're a little disappointed at first by it, but as you play with it more, you realize it has other pieces of posability that no other mobile suit, or very few other mobile suits, none that I've built, really have, or you really think about doing. You kind of engage with it more because you realize it's not posable like other kits, so you start playing around with it a lot more to see what it can do. You see what it can't do, but you understand there's more to this kit. There has to be more to this, and there is. There is so much more to this kit, and it is so much fun just messing around with it. I am very delighted with this boy. This kit has surprised me. This kit has truly surprised me. We are like at 3:15. We should have ended like half an hour ago, but wow. Also, I love how the paint is looking, how all the little all the little touch-ups I did. I love how the steel is looking. I'm gonna have to recommend this to Etta to use maybe a gray or a steel to stand out, because it is looking really good on this kit. The steel paint. Oh my god, I was supposed to sticker this kit. I completely forgot to do that. And this I I like this kit. Oh my god, I am happy this is the first kit of the year. This is a strong kit to start with. I always like a kit that like I don't expect anything from and it surprises me. And this kit has certainly surprised me. Oh, it even has like, I don't think that's intentional. That actually what's going on there? Huh. Well, that is so minor, but there's like a little bit, you can give it a little bit of a hip sway. Senator Armstrong pose. GQ kits tend to do that. Fucking it's really surprised me, and I really want to make a review for this, actually. Well, I don't want to make reviews all the time, and I still need to finish the GM review. Ooh, I wanted to have the GM review out by Monday, but that's just not possible. But this is just really surprising and good. Gender Armstrong does do that. Ooh. I'm just thinking in general though, like the Japanese just like bah, because this is it's something that's done in like multiple cultures, and this means that I have it, the da-da, but or you're figuring it out, but it's like it's done more in Japan nowadays. Oh, this kit's really nice. This kit is so nice. I need to do some panel lining back here. Oh god, but I cannot wait to start getting pictures of this kit. I cannot wait to like show it. I want to get pictures and like post them tonight, and I know I shouldn't do that. I have to wait until tomorrow to post the pictures, because if I post them tonight, then nobody's going to see them because it's the middle of the night. But fuck me, I really want to. This kit, I'm happy I started with this kit, and I'm gonna thank Etta again here. I know she's not here anymore, so I'm gonna have to go over to like Discord and say thank you again for this kit. Ooh, I messed it up a few times while building it, and right now I'm just taking it apart again just to fix that mess up. But this kit is so much fun. Ooh. Oh god, but I should be ending stream. I would recommend this kit. This kit right now is a definite recommend. It is so much fun to work with. I'm so happy that, as you can see, I'm kind of going through the part separation a lot quicker. Oh god, which is probably dangerous, but I'm gonna see if I can just fix this kit before I end stream real quick. Oh god. Okay, this is so nice. God. It kind of feels like when I first saw this, like this kit, I was like, I didn't like, not the kit, the design for the Zaku, I was like, I didn't like it, but then the more time I spent with it, when I got more angles of it, when I got things that weren't line art, I was like, actually, this looks kind of fire. It's like that, where you get it at first and you're like, I don't know about this, but then you're like, nah, this is fire. This is something that even with the next Gundam, like the next models, like they won't do the same thing because this is such a unique anatomy to this kit. It kind of makes me, this actually makes me sad that GQ didn't go for longer, because I'd like to see this done with more mobile suits. I'd love to see this done with more designs. What this is doing is so interesting. I'm actually sad that GQ was as short as it was, because that means that they didn't have a chance to put in more things to it. Oh. That's embarrassing. I put the piece on wrong. I flipped it around, and I forgot that I needed to flip it and twist it, so I needed to take it off and then put it on like that. And then let's put this here. This is such a good kit. Kind of a slow, relaxing stream today. Didn't really have a focus on anything, but I'm happy how it wrapped up. Oh god. This is really nice. This is now officially one of my favorite Zaku kits. Again, this is so weird how like the leg kind of goes into here. It's like a fake. It is a double knee bend, but like the knee is always bent. It's so weird. But it's so, what's really weird is how it just like locks in like this. So it has this really weird like this anatomy to it. There we go. And then it was actually easier to do it the second time than it was the first time, because I knew what I was doing. But yeah, this kit is a true delight. It looks like it has a stand hole. It has a butthole, so you can put it in a stand. Do I have a stand arm available? I do. I dropped it. However, nothing came off of it, so it survived an accidental drop test. And it's a little loose. That's a little, yeah, you can see how it's moving on there. So it's a little looser than I would like on the stand. Will he fall off? It does fall off the stand. Okay. So that's the one part that's not the tightest. But okay, I'm gonna have to hold it on the stand because it's not the tightest, but you can put it on a stand. You probably can't get the most extravagant poses because again, let's see if I can show you. Oh, it is gonna fall off again. Right. Thing is, again, it's very loosely on here, so it will wobble a little. The red mass production GQuuuuuuX also pretty nice. The bazooka's handle and actually goes forward instead of backwards, so your kit can hold it very naturally. Okay, actually that's something I want to see right now. Thank you for reminding me. This stream is just going on, but it's okay because it's a Friday, unlike the yesterday's stream where I had to be reminded, oh hey, go to bed so you're not late for work. And I was like, oh no, I don't want to be an adult. But thank you for reminding me of this. This is something that's always a kit struggles with. I'm not quite sure about this. I feel like the hand should be angled at the wrist for this to work, but I'm gonna try to see if it can hold it. God, this is so ugly. I understand why Bandai had to print it like this. Why it had to be a solid piece, but honestly, I would have preferred if Bandai just printed this as hollow and I had to assemble it. That would have been better than just having it be a solid piece. Okay, so how much finagling is this gonna take? Okay. That's really, really uncomfortable. That's pretty uncomfortable right there. It's really extending. That's hyper extending actually the wrist. It's literally hyper. It's extending the wrist pretty severely, but it can hold it with two hands. I'm sure I can get into other poses, but it can do it, which is good. There's some Zaku's that literally can't, even though they have a handle. It would probably look better if he was under holding it, which is kind of true in general. But, yeah. Let's see how well you stand, actually. I didn't get a chance to see how well you kind of have tiny feet. You know, he's not standing too well. As you can see, it's not doing the best time at standing. Yeah, that's what I mean. It could have been a separate piece, and I would have preferred that. And it wouldn't have been too hard to do to make it a separate piece. Okay. Oddly, he stands better like this, which is crazy because, as you can see, when he's standing like this, if you look at the back leg, he's on his tippy toe. But it looks like almost those thrusters kind of create a bit... Okay, he's standing fine now. It seems that you have to throw... It looks like you have to have the legs bent a little. Because if you have... Actually, let's see if you just have him standing up straight. He's falling a little forward. Can I throw him back a little? Okay, what's that posture look like? Okay. I'm going to take off the gun to see if that's also affecting the weight at all. So... He does stand more easily when I took away the gun. So the gun affects him a little more than I'd like. Okay, it really just seems that the feet, you just have to be... Ooh. Okay, again, it's interesting how he's going with the standing. How he's handling the standing, rather. Ooh. This is kind of a space kit, so I don't really mind if it has not the best time standing. But it looks like what you might need to do if you want it to stand in certain poses is you might have to get one of those like clear plastic stands that like hold it from behind. Which I do not have at... Oh, no, I do have available. But it doesn't have a hand on it. So you might want to get, like, one of these kits. One of these. Like, hold him from behind. Which is often the case with a lot of suits. But if you want him to be doing anything that isn't, you know, that's an action pose. That isn't... Static poses he can hold pretty well. But those little more action-y things... It has a... I think the problem is it just has a weird center of gravity. Because... I mean, just look at its side profile. It just has a weird center of gravity because of all the weight and everything. It can stand. Literally, you were standing in that pose just earlier. His knees and hips are kind of weird angles. That's what I mean. Like, everything's a little weirdly angled. Like, this is what he looks like when his legs are straight. He has chicken legs. Ooh, you can see how his legs go all the way back like that. That is his legs as forward as they go. And hold up. Like, he can stand up. It's just because how his center of gravity is so weird because how his legs bend that you're just gonna have to get used to it. He can stand. It's just a little unorthodox. Like, that's not actually half bad. He's just kind of in a simple, like, one leg in front of the other, but the thing is, now he's not standing like that, so you kind of have to adjust him as you go. His tiny little feet, not the best stander. Not the best stander, it looks like. Zaku gun is just accepted, and that they're only hip firing, like... Well, like Commando, if it's cool enough for Arnie, why isn't it cool enough for them? That is true. But I like them having I like them using the handle personally. I think it gives a little bit more of a dynamism, whatever, to the kit. So a lot of times what I do is I just use the open hand, and I have the open hand over the handle, because it a lot of times looks fine, and it's a lot better to do than trying to do a closed hand. Let's see here. Thing is, it has a great side to side ankle pivot, but the ankle goes this far and that far back, which in comparison does not feel nearly as good. So, and look at that, it's not wanting to go. Kind of interesting, like, okay, there, like, he can stand like that. You can get him into poses. It's just gonna take a little extra work, and you're probably better off with a stand. But honestly, you're gonna want to. Honestly, it's a space kit, so you're probably gonna want to be throwing him in the sky. And you know what? Dude can do missionary. Absolutely peak. Can do downward dog, which is just missionary, but like the other way. Can hike the football. It's it's still funny to me just looking at it. And I did that on purpose, just to kind of... Nothing's fallen off. As you can see, there's nothing coming off of this guy. And I'm saying nothing's coming off of him, expecting something to fall off, like me jinxing it. This is a really weird test, but he's not a hand grenade at all. Really nice kit, in all honesty, but I should be ending now. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna look for a place to send you guys out to. I'm gonna link you out. This has been a bit of a more relaxing stream. I should do a little bit more painting, but I think I'm just gonna take pictures of it after stream and just post them on the Discord, then wait later to post them on the YouTubes. Let's get a place to send you guys out to. There's not really much else to say about the kit. What? Let's see here. Twitch chat, come here, please. Oh, actually, no, that's YouTube chat. Twitch chat, come here, please. I want to link you out somewhere. Ooh, kind of just a calm, relaxing stream today. Where can I send you guys off to? Where? K9 is streaming, that's surprising. You know, I'm gonna send you to I'm gonna send you to Sylvie, who's doing Mecha Break. She does do models on other days. So on Twitch, I'm gonna send you there. I'm gonna link you. Because again, I don't like to raid with only like 2 to 3 people, typically. But there you go there. And then for YouTube, let me look at where to send people on YouTube. Let me see. Ooh, E.C. Henry made a new video. Man is still making Star Wars Expanded Universe content after all these years. Truly a legend. Do I send you to Mari maybe? Do I send you to my Kamiyoshi? Who's doing what? Huh. I'm gonna send you to I'm gonna send you to Tomoe. It's a Friday, I can do what I want. She's doing a Nuzlocke poly randomizer. I don't know. There's Tomoe Omari. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Ooh, this kit has been surprising in multiple ways. I'm gonna have to handle it a lot more after stream. Gonna touch it up. And we will be back on Monday with the Gyaradoga. That was the glove. We're gonna be back on Monday though with the Gyaradoga, which you guys voted for in the poll. Right? Yeah. It got double the second place's votes, so it's pretty well decided. That's probably gonna take 2 to 3 weeks to finish though. But I can't wait for it, and why did my model move? Ooh. But we'll catch you next week, but in the meantime, I want you guys to have a great day, a wonderful life. Remember, don't lose your heads, Uh, this is Merrick Vesper signing off from me to you. God damn, that's hideous. That's ugly. God, I hate what I'm looking at right now. It's just uh ugh. Fucking ew. Can't wait the Netflix version of the Goof Custom to come out. They didn't do that, did they? That's weird about. They made like 2 mobile suits for Requiem of Vengeance. That's how you know that that Bandai was like, you know what? Yeah, we know this isn't gonna go well. They made the Zaku and they made the Gundam and they're like, that's good. Which is a shame because I think people would like an updated Goof custom, both the mass grade and high grade. Ooh. But Bandai's afraid of money. Actually, it's just cheaper and more profitable just to reprint the old high grade and the old master grade. So it's kind of fair. But have a good weekend, everybody. Ooh, Twitch is down, and now YouTube.